Welcome into Steelers Talk Live, Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry. Apologies for a little bit of a delay here. We had some audio issues, but we got them all figured out for you here. We're going to have some great content for you here on the Pittsburgh Steelers. We got a fan-led mock draft that I can't wait to unveil with you guys coming up here pretty soon. We got some great promotions. We're going to be talking about the Allen Robinson trade, a bunch of different stuff surrounding the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is going to be our last live show before the NFL draft, actually. So we're going to be talking a lot about the draft and a lot about what the Steelers are planning to do there at number 17 overall. To start off the show here, give me a real one in the chat if you want a shout-out. I'm going to bring on my lovely producer here. Oh, Jeremy needs a second here. I'm going to give some shout outs here to all the real ones that showed up here. All 66 of you here in the chat to start off. Type real one in the chat. I will give you a shout out. We got Chase Jackson, Anthony Fuller, King Yinzer is in the chat. We got Caleb Ebel. We got Rowdy Qualms. We got Lincoln Siebel. We got Brendan. We got Not Webb's World. What's up, my guy? We got Matt Hyde. We got Joff. We got Sean Carlton. We got Vil TV. We got Tyler Wallace. DJ KJ. What's up, my guy? He's in the chat. Owen Moran. Cassie Voth. My girlfriend is in the chat. Welcome, babe. So we've got some great Yinzers in the chat. We already got 65 people in here. We got 16 likes. Make sure to click that like button right now if you haven't already, guys. I really do appreciate everything that you guys do for the channel, especially showing up early today because we got some really great stuff planned for you today. So let me know in the chat right now, all of you guys that are the real ones that showed up at the beginning of the show. Do you like the Allen Robinson trade? Yes or no? We're going to bring on Jeremy here in just a second, but I want to know what you guys think about the Allen Robinson trade. So you pretty much swap 7th rounders and you're taking on $5 million of Allen Robinson's contract next season to bring him in, give Kenny Pickett another weapon alongside Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth, and the like. Let me know what you guys think. I'm seeing a lot of yeses. And I say a not too bad. That's about as bad as it gets, because I think that when you look at this trade, there's not a whole lot of downside to it. It's all upside. And, Omar Khan has done a really good job with these kinds of trades where he's getting players where, it's all upside. There's no downside to it. The only downside you could maybe say is that he's going to take up $5 million in next year's cap, but he's a very cuttable contract in 2024. He's somebody that's had a lot of success in this league before. I think this is a great buy low kind of situation because he's somebody that I think is a pretty darn good player, but he didn't have a great production last year, which kind of drove down his value a little bit. He didn't really have anybody throwing him the football last year. He had Matthew Stafford for a little while there. Didn't have great chemistry with Stafford, and then Baker Mayfield comes in. They had a revolving door of different quarterbacks go through LA there. But I'm wondering what you guys have to say about this. He will be a dud. Romeo Romano says he'll be a dud. He might be. The downside to Allen Robinson for the critics of this move is that he doesn't separate against man coverage very well anymore. He's lost a step a little bit. He's getting a little bit older. A couple years ago, he was considered a bona fide, well, maybe not bona fide, but a close to a number one wide receiver in the National Football League. And, right now, that's not what he is. That's not what the Steelers are bringing him in to do. But, when you already have Deontay Johnson and George Pickens and Pat Freiermuth, bringing in a guy like Allen Robinson, you're not expecting him to be that number one guy. You're expecting him to be a wide receiver 3. And if Calvin Austin III really plays well, maybe even a wide receiver 4. So, I really like this trade. I think it's all upside. I think the best case scenario is that he turns into a really, really good slot option for Kenny Pickett next year. Worst case scenario, he's not very good, and you can just cut him next year, and you're not going to have to deal with any dead cap or anything like that. So Chuggs, how are we doing on everything right now with the video? And do you want to come on here? You want to give your thoughts on the Allen Robinson trade? Sorry, guys. We've been having a little bit of technical difficulties here at Chat Sports Studios. We're going to bring on Jeremy as soon as we can, but we're going to introduce this now, guys. I tweeted about this on my Twitter. Browns Report host Matthew Peterson, he did not take kindly to our little battle last week, and man, they racked up $312 in Super Chat revenue last week. And right now we're at war. He has declared war on Steelers Talk, and I'm not going to back down from a challenge, guys. I'm not backing down from a fight. So this is the number that we need to beat today. We're going to be updating this as the day goes on. $312 is that number to beat. He was talking some mad crap on the Browns Report live show last week. He was talking about how Kenny Pickett has small hands, how he can't throw the football. He called Kenny Pickett the third worst quarterback in the AFC last week. I mean, that's just absolutely ridiculous. We actually have some video that we can show you guys here later on in the show once we figure out some of these technical difficulties that we're having here. But, right now, get those super chats in. We are trying to beat the Browns Report than their number last week, because here's the thing, guys. Here at Steelers Talk, we had a little bit of a down week last week, under $100 in super chat revenue, but usually we are beating that number at $312. We've gotten up to 1.2K here on the channel. I know we can beat this number. I want to put these guys in their place. Go ahead, do me a favor, and get these super chats in, man. Like, we need to rack up the numbers today, because the Browns Report, they have been doing some ridiculous. Oh, so Jeremy's okay. So we got the video stuff figured out here. So we've got Matthew Peterson talking shit about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here it is.
No mercy, though. There will be no mercy. There will be no white flag. That's what it'll be. We will burn a white flag. Because when they want to surrender, when they are begging for one more breath of air, none. Zilch.
You know what pissed me off about that, Petey? He declared battle without even getting our consent.
No,
he did not. Said, we're going to battle them.
It was literally a carbon copy of Pearl Harbor. They sent us a friendship bracelet, right? Yeah. And then out of nowhere, Sunday morning, 7:32 a.m., bombs start falling down. So this will get bad.
When was the last time the Steelers were really relevant in the NFL?
I'm telling you this much. The Steelers next season, they're going to be bad. When you look around the AFC, and Kenny Pickett is your gunslinger?
Think about that.
Bye-bye.
I mean, what is he talking about, man? He's talking about the Browns, a team that's only won 12 playoff games in their entire history. I mean, what a clown, man. They beat us last week. They actually kind of buried us. I don't want that to happen again here on Steelers Talk. We need to get those super chats in, and we actually have a really fun promotion for you to get those super chats in today. We've already gotten a couple of super chats. Jeremy Chuggs is figuring out his camera situation right now. Let's bring him on right now. Jeremy, how big of a clown is Matthew Peterson, man?
Probably the biggest clown in the office.
Yeah, I would say so.
I gotta say that.
I mean, he's a Browns fan. That's all you gotta know about him, man.
I just need to tell you all this. I'm going to be sick to my stomach if Petey wins this. If the Browns win this, a classless, shitty organization that rewards a predator in Deshaun Watson, they think that they can win? Hell no. Just like Bill, if everybody sends in $1, $2,
we can smash these guys. We can bury these guys.
And actually, we do have an update now.
Oh, we've got some super chats in right now.
We're a little closer.
All right. All right, we're getting the party started here.
F the Browns.
F the Browns. We got $27 in super chat revenue already, and we haven't even gotten into the big promotion today, guys. If you want to beat the Browns Report, you want to show these guys who runs the AFC North, you got to get in there right now.
And even if it's talking shit all week.
All week.
I actually have another clip of them. That was just the first clip I showed you. I have another clip of him talking shit about the Browns.
Yeah, we got another one, man. We're going to reveal that here in just a second. But I want to give a big thanks to the people that have already super chatted. Road to the Bank News says, I'm broke, but here's $5. Appreciate you, Road to the Bank News. And guys, if you don't have much money to give away here, every $5, every $2, I see Jeremy bowing. I know that's got to mean Anthony Fuller. Your Highness, we are not worthy. What is good, my friend? Welcome into the show. And then we have a first-time super chatter here. Bill Eldred sends in $2. Guys, a first-time super chatter. Welcome to the Steelers Talk family here, Bill. Really appreciate you. And guys, every $2, every $5, it counts to burying the Cleveland Browns. And here's another thing, guys. Send me full screen here, Jeremy. I'm hearing from my bosses here at Chat Sports that between us and the Browns Report, whoever makes more super chats this week is going to be able to have a live show during the NFL draft. The other one gets nothing. So we need to rack up those super chats this week because I want to go live with y'all. I want to be breaking down the picks live with you here on the channel. If you want that as well, you got to do your part here. Get those super chats in. We've got a great promotion for you here.
DRB!
Oh, we got DRB in the chat. Let's go.
The Browns!
F the Browns, baby. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. A $10 super chat from DRB. Appreciate you, my guy.
And another first-time super chatter.
Another one, Bradley.
Let's
What's
go.
up? Every $2, every $5, every $10 matters here on today's show because it could depend on a Steelers Talk live show during the draft next week, guys. So this is the real big kahuna. And here's the thing, guys. Another thing. Not only do we want to beat the Browns score from last week, but they have a live show tomorrow, and they're going to be trying to beat our number tomorrow. So we need to make that a number that they just can't reach. All right, we need to rack up these numbers today. So
and you know what, Sperry? We're not only destroying the Browns on this live show, we are also having a fan-led mock draft.
That's
on
right,
this
baby.
live show.
I've been waiting for this live show forever because I cannot wait to see what we can do here. We got a great system in place today for a fan-led mock draft. You guys are going to be making the calls, and here are the rules to today's mock draft. Okay, so pretty much we're going to have like a 5-minute shot clock for each pick, and then we're going to be breaking it down. And so for after every 5 minutes, we're gonna be counting the comments, okay? So you got to get in the comment section for the guy you want to draft. A $5 super chat is going to get you 50 votes for the guy that you want to draft. $10 is going to get you 125 votes, and then if you just want to straight up make the pick, you can send in a $50 super chat, and we'll make that the pick for you.
And we're actually going to make our first pick
right before
we
the show.
even start our segment.
That's right. Let's get into this, baby. So here are our options. So I ran a Pro Football Focus mock draft, okay? So this isn't just me. This isn't speculation. This is a PFF mock draft. And these 5 players, I think, are the best fits for the Pittsburgh Steelers and round 1 at that time. So, you look at this map. Broderick Jones is gone. Paris Johnson Jr. is gone. The top cornerbacks are gone. But you got these 5 options. Okay, get in the comments section and vote for the guy that you want to take here before we get things going.
Porter, Branch, Harrison, or Jones. All you have to do is type their last name. You can do as many votes as you want. Type whoever you want in the comment section, like we said.
Who should the Steelers take in round 1, guys? Let me know in the comments right now. Get those votes in.
Porter, Jones, Banks, Addison.
And guys, if you just want to end this right now, you want to pick one of these guys right now, you can send in a 50 and let us know who you want. That's who the pick is going to be. Plus, it gets us that much closer to beating the Browns report this week. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to start the clock right now here. How long should we set the clock for,
Let's
Jeremy?
do 2 minutes.
All right, we're doing 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes.
We actually also have some super chats. Another first-time super chatter.
Let's go, Ryan.
Ryan Yenny.
What's up, my guy? Welcome, and thank you for the contribution.
I guess this would be the opposite of a first-time super chatter.
Oh, yeah, he's here every show. It's not Webb's World. What's up, my guy?
And I love the question. I'm actually going to have this start our mailbag, not Webb's World.
I like that. All right, so now Webb's World, as usual, at the top of our at the start of our Steelers
It's the
Q&A.
mailbag presented by Not Webb's World.
That's right. Not Webb's World is always sending in those funds. We got another $2
first-time super chatter.
Rack up those $2 ones, man. For those of you that don't have a ton of money to spend, I mean, help out the cause here, man. If we can put up a ton of $2, $5, and $10, we're just gonna smoke the Browns this week.
And
I really like it.
Joey Porter Jr. might be the pick unless we get a super chat.
All right, so we got about 1 minute and 9 seconds here. Unless we get a super chat, it's looking like it's going to be Joey Porter Jr.
Happy birthday!
Hey, happy birthday, Young Noticeable.
And the flying Hawaiian Troy Polamalu.
That's right.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Young Noticeable and
Troy Polamalu.
Happy birthday to you.
I was about to show it.
Oh my gosh.
But Not Webb's World makes the pick.
Webb's World makes the pick here with like 30 seconds left on the clock.
He said, stop the count. Stop the count.
Brian Branch. as the pick in round 1 of our Steelers fan-led mock draft.
Write it down. Brian Branch, pick number 1
All right,
for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm putting it down right now. Not Webb's World coming in clutch here to take Brian Branch, safety, out of the University of Alabama.
Out of Alabama.
Alabama. Oh, my goodness, man. Getting this thing off right.
And I do have to say, before we even start, PD Browns, you better watch the F out.
You better watch out.
We're coming for your ass.
We're already at 120. We're going to show
Let's go.
you what Steelers Talk Nation does here on the channel, man. We bury people, okay? When we are collected and we have a mission, we are going to get that done. We haven't lost a sub battle in channel history. We only lost last week because it was a bit of an off week, all right? But this week, it's different. We are going to assert our dominance over the Browns Report this week. You better believe it. We got another $5 super chat from David A. Hale. Video game controller poses triumphantly in between. So it's a sticker. Yeah. So he sent in a sticker. You guys can't see that, but he's got a video game sticker that's
Banks got that dog in him.
He's got that dog in him, baby.
Dominic, we still have multiple other picks. You basically have another first-round pick coming up.
That's right.
Don't be
Dominic,
upset.
I know you really like Darnell Wright. If he's available there in round 2, maybe he'll be there. I mean, I guess we'll see here in between our segments here because we're going to just do one pick in between our segments here. But if you want to get a question on today's Steelers Talk mailbag, I'm guessing there's going to be a ton of questions surrounding the draft. You can use hashtag Steelers in the chat, or you can super chat. So not only can you get your question at the top of today's mailbag, but you can get that much closer to beating the Browns Report and getting a live show for the Steelers during the NFL draft, guys. We need to get that live show. We need to get those super chats in. We're off to a great start of $120.
Not only are we trying to beat the Browns for pride, our bosses told us, hey, whoever can make and generate more super chats this week, you'll be able to go live during the draft. And I know Sperry wants to go live during the draft bad.
I do, man. I want to spend it with you guys. I don't want to be doing regular videos for those picks. I want to be live during the NFL draft to break down those picks with you and just party up, man. And it's going to be between us and the Browns. Whoever gets most super chats this week is going to win. The Browns Report is tomorrow, okay? So we need to get more than they can even muster up tomorrow. So we need to get those up there. We're off to a great start, $120 before our first segment. And speaking of our segments today, we got some great stuff lined up for you here. We got some spicy Steelers rumors for y'all and news. Of course, we're going to be talking about the Allen Robinson trade, my thoughts on that big move by GM Omar Khan. Then we got a new Steelers mock draft to break down from ESPN. Mel Kiper Jr. and Todd McShay, those guys did a collaboration 3-round mock draft. I'm going to be reacting to their picks here later on in the show. And then, of course, we got the weekly Steelers Talk Live mailbag where I'm going to be answering your questions on the NFL draft. And remember, hashtag Steelers or Super Chat. We need to beat the Browns Report this week, guys. So if you want to beat the Browns, you hate the Browns, go ahead, send in a Super Chat. And then also, I mean, in round 2, if you want to make the pick in round 2, you can send in a 50-piece here in just a second. But I'm ready to get this show going, man.
I'm ready. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go, man. I'm fired up for today's show.
We're at 33 likes. Can we get to 40 likes before we start today's show?
Yeah. Let's get up to 40 likes.
We just need 7 people to hit that like button, and we're getting on with today's show. We're going to be breaking down the Allen Robinson trade more in detail. What will the Steelers have to pay him? I don't know. You'll have to stick around and find out. And Sperry breaks down all of the Steelers' top 30 visits.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, man.
As soon as we got there. Let's go.
We got there. Let's go. We got Steelers rumors and news coming at you right now. What's good, Steeler Nation? My name is Jack Sperry. You are watching Steelers Talk. On today's show, I'm going to be breaking down the Allen Robinson trade and the latest around that, what I think about the trade, if I think it's a good move. Then we got a Peter Schrager mock draft to break down here. He had a 1-round mock draft. He has a very interesting pick for the Steelers that I'm going to break down here in just a second. And then today is the final day for top 30 visits in the NFL. I'm going to be breaking down all 32 players that the Steelers brought in for visits here before the draft. But before we get into today's action, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. If we get up to 25,000 subs before the NFL draft, we are going to do a raffle live here on Steelers Talk. Now, we're about 836 away for about a week. We got about a week to get 836 more subscribers. So if you want to do me a favor, you want a chance to win something, some great piece of Steelers memorabilia, go ahead and click that subscribe button for me right now. Now let's get into the Allen Robinson trade, where the details were revealed after I recorded my breaking news video yesterday. Essentially, the Steelers and Rams are just swapping 7th-round picks. The Rams are going to get 234, and the Steelers are going to get 251 in exchange for Allen Robinson. And the Rams, along with paying a good amount of money that was already guaranteed to Allen Robinson, they are going to end up paying another $5 million. So the Steelers are just on the hook for $5 million next year when it comes to Allen Robinson, man. Like, I think this is another Khan gem. I think it's a great move by the Steelers GM. We've seen this from Khan before, and you're bringing in a guy for $5 million next year. That's somebody that just 2 years ago was a borderline wide receiver one to come in and play your big slot position next year, be a good weapon for Kenny Pickett. And I think would I rather do this over drafting a wide receiver? I'm not too sure, but I think this is a good move that I think will benefit Kenny Pickett in the long run. At the end of the day, this is a great deal. It's all upside. There's no downside, essentially. He has a very cuttable contract in 2024. So best case scenario, you get Allen Robinson, a really great big slot receiver for you for the next 2 years. Or worst case scenario, he's just not very good. You plug in Calvin Austin III as your slot receiver, and then you cut Allen Robinson at season's end. It really is that simple. You take a look at what Allen Robinson has done in his career over the last 4 years. He's dealt with some injuries, had a foot injury last year that took him out for the rest of the 2022 campaign. Only had 33 receptions, 339 yards, averaged about a first down per catch, and had 3 touchdowns. Didn't have great chemistry with Matthew Stafford, and then once Stafford kind of got hurt at the end of the year, they had a kind of revolving door of guys that just weren't really getting it done with Robinson. 2021, not a great year either. He's kind of had a decline in production the last 2 years, but before that, you take a look at the numbers, man. Over 100 receptions in 2020, close to it in 2019. He's a good hands guy. He's got good body control, and he's a good run blocker from the slot. And I think that's why the Steelers made this move, guys. He is a fantastic run blocker from the inside there in the slot. He was the 9th highest graded wide receiver in run blocking last year, according to Pro Football Focus. And that's exactly what the Steelers needed on this wide receiver group. They needed that guy, that bruiser, to kind of come in on those early downs and help them out in run protection, because Calvin Austin III is 5'9", 165 pounds. He's not moving anybody. The over 200-pound Robinson will do that for you. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this trade. Grade the trade for Allen Robinson in the comments section. A, B, C, D, or F. Give me a grade. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever you get an ad break here on the show, just go ahead, go down to the comment section, find that pinned comment. It'll be right there at the top, and answer today's question. My grade for this, guys, I'm going to give it an A. Now, yesterday during the breaking news segment, I gave it a tentative C because I wanted to see what the compensation was, how much the Steelers were going to pay. And I think after all, and for what it's worth, I think it's an A. I think that he's a good slot receiver. I think that you bring him in on kind of a lower end contract, somebody that's been around the game for a long time. He's going to be a good mentor for George Pickens as well. It's something I haven't heard discussed all that often, but man, he's a veteran. He's been around the block. He's going to be a good run blocker for you in the slot on early downs. I cannot wait to see him in black and gold. I think this is a fantastic move by Omar Khan because there's pretty much no downside and all upside, which seems to be his sort of trade these days. All right, now let's get into this Peter Schrager mock draft that he released just a couple of days ago, and he has the Steelers taking a very interesting prospect here with the 17th overall pick. He has the Steelers taking Ohio State offensive tackle Paris Johnson Jr. Now, you guys know me, man. Paris Johnson Jr. is my guy. He's the #1 ranked offensive tackle on my big board this year. I think that he's a fantastic prospect at 6'6", 310 pounds. I think that he is somebody that moves really well. I think he can move people off the line of scrimmage at the left tackle position, which is what the Steelers are looking for, by the way, because they're shifting to more of a power run game. I think he's a fantastic prospect, but this is what Peter Schrager had to say about the Buckeye tackle. The Steelers like plucking prospects from Ohio State. Johnson is a versatile pass protector who can play right away and shouldn't escape the top 20. I have Pittsburgh passing on Joey Porter's son, which doesn't feel right. Oh, well. Now, I think that, Pete, it's all right. It's all right passing on Joey Porter Jr. because you're getting a guy in Paris Johnson Jr. who is an awesome left tackle prospect. He's going to be able to replace Dan Moore Jr. really, really nicely. I'm going to be letting you know what I think about this pick in just a second. But first, check out these awesome NFL draft hats for your Pittsburgh Steelers. These are the official draft hats for this year, the 2023 NFL Draft. I think that this design is awesome, man. You got that nice stone color. You got the gold lettering. You got the logo in the middle. You got to go chatsports.com/Steelers draft hat to get yours today. These things are running out of stock, and of course, the NFL Draft is next week. So if you want to be wearing yours during the draft, now's the time to do it, guys. Go chatsports.com/Steelers draft hat. Personally, I really like this black and gold color. I'm probably going to get this one for myself. They got a bunch of different bill styles. If you like curved bills, flat bill, all those kinds of designs, we got them for you on the Chat Sports website. Go to chatsports.com/Steelers draft hat to get your Steelers draft hat today. All right, now let's get into what I think about this pick. In my opinion, you guys know this, Paris Johnson Jr. is the best case scenario for the Steelers at number 17. You don't even have to move down, and you're getting the number 1 offensive tackle on my big board. Hell yes, man. Now, will this happen? I highly doubt it. I think Paris Johnson Jr. is a great fit for the Chicago Bears. So if the Bears don't end up trading down, I think Paris Johnson Jr. could be on his way to the Windy City. And even if he slips past number 9, he's still the best guy on my board, and there's still some teams down there in the early top 20 there that really need an offensive tackle prospect. You take a look at my top 5 guys. It goes from right to left here, 1 to 5. Paris Johnson Jr. is number 1 on my big board right now. Peter Skoronski would also be a really good fit. Broderick Jones has some of the best lower body strength in this year's draft class. Really great power blocker. If the Steelers end up taking an offensive tackle at 17, I think it would be Jones. Then you got Anton Harrison and DeJuan Jones, also some pretty good players as well. But I think that for their respective reasons, I think the Steelers are looking at those top 3 guys at my list. And then, I think that if they want to get one of those top 3 guys, they might need to trade up, especially Skoronski or Paris Johnson Jr. If they want one of those guys, they're going to need to go get them because I think they're going to be going in the top 10, plain and simply. I'm not sure if I'm willing to do that because I'm not sure what it would cost to move up. Now, if you can get it for a decent price, then I guess. But this is probably the most likely scenario that we've been hearing about on the Steeler Twitter mill lately here. Number 9 for 17 and 49 is the most likely scenario for Steelers trade up. If they move up, there's some rumors that they could take Jalen Carter. But if it were me, if I were making this move and I was moving up into the top 10, I would go get Paris Johnson Jr., somebody that's a fantastic prospect. He's a plug-and-play starter for you. You can replace Dan Moore Jr. He'll be a better power blocker than him day 1. I think that would be the move if I were Omar Khan. Now, let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this trade here. Would you trade up for an offensive tackle, or would you stick with Dan Moore Jr.? Which one would you rather do? Would you rather trade up or stick with Dan Moore Jr.? Type TU if you'd rather trade up, or if you'd rather stick with Dan Moore Jr., type DM in the comments section. So before I go here, let's recap all the players that have come to Pittsburgh for a pre-draft visit with the Steelers. Today is the last day that the NFL teams can meet with these guys, and the Steelers brought in a couple people that are very, very interesting in my opinion. Take a look at some of these guys. A couple of later round quarterbacks there with Clayton Tune and Jaron Hall, and then a couple of receivers as well. I think with the Allen Robinson trade, that's less likely now. They brought in 5 receivers. I guess we'll see how that goes. They brought in 1 tight end in Darnell Washington, which is very interesting in round 2. Then at offensive tackle, Darnell Wright, Broderick Jones, and Anton Harrison were the 3 tackles that they brought in. I think that's very telling, especially the Anton Harrison one there. You got Osiris Torrance, Steve Avila, Chandler Zavala, John Michael Schmitz, and Cody Mock, all interior offensive linemen that visited. So that tells me that the Steelers are probably looking heavily into interior offensive line here, probably on day 2. And then you got Siaki Ika, Keanu Benton, Kyle Brooks, and Brian Brzee as your defensive tackles that were brought in. I really like Benton. Brzee, the tape isn't all there for me on him. Siaki Ika is more of a pure run stuffer. Kyle Brooks is a pretty decent player as well. Then you get into some of these edge rushers here. Keon White, Tuli Tuipulotu, Robert Beal, and Felix Anudike-Uzama. Some very interesting names there. Probably looking for somebody to fall to become that next rotational pass rusher. Probably in round 3 or round 4, I would say. And then the cornerbacks are very interesting as well. Tyreek Stevenson, really, really good press man corner. Julius Brents really was a combine gem in my opinion. He might even go first round now. Then you got Joey Porter Jr., fan favorite. Cornerback out of Penn State, could very well end up going to the Steelers. You got Deonte Banks, one of my favorite prospects in this year's draft class. Darius Rush, Christian Gonzalez, and then the safeties, Daniel Scott and Tanner Ingle, might be pointing to the Steelers taking a safety in round 7. So let me know, who is your guy in this year's NFL draft class? Who do you want the Steelers to draft in round 1? Is it a quarterback? Is it an offensive tackle? Let me know right now in the comments section. All right, man. Time for round 2. Time for round 2 of this Steelers fan-led mock draft. In case you missed it, Not Webb's World came in with a 50-piece to take Brian Branch in round 1, defensive back out of Alabama.
And before we get the voting, I just want to give everybody that one more chance. Go ahead, hashtag Steelers or Super Chat to get on the show. Our mailbag is coming up next after we make the pick.
That's right,
for the
baby.
Steelers in the second round. The first selection in the second round.
That's right, because we have 2 second-round selections now, all right? So a reminder on the rules here for everyone watching. 1 comment is going to equal 1 vote. So when you see the guy that you want to vote for, make sure to get in the comment section and smash that person's name as many times as you can. Then if you want extra votes here, you can send in a $5 super chat for 50 votes, $10 for 125 votes, or if you want to straight up make the pick like Not Webb's World did, you can send in a 50-piece, but it has to be a player on the board. So those are the rules, guys. So let's get this going. Let's get this going here.
Reminder again, Brian Branch was the first selection.
Yep, Brian Branch.
Here are your next 5, or the 5 choices that you have for pick 32.
All right, so we got Anton Harrison making it to round 2 here. He's on the board. Same thing with DeJuan Jones out of Ohio State. We got nose tackle Mazi Smith as an option. Tyreek Stevenson, a good man corner, making it to round 2. Do you go secondary twice in a row? And then we got Jack Campbell in there, one of the best inside linebacker prospects in this year's NFL draft.
Jones making the early lead right now. Anything, everything, and nothing really is trying to get Jones.
Oh, so my goodness, man. Everything and nothing is in there a bunch.
Looks like he's already got about 12 votes.
Guys, we need to get your votes in the comments section right now. Or if you want extra votes, make sure to send in those super chats. We are trying to beat the Browns report this week in super chat revenue because they talked a bunch of crap about the Pittsburgh Steelers and Steelers talk last week. They got up to $312 in super chat revenue doing that. We have beaten that number multiple times here on Steelers Talk already. We need to beat them today. We need to show them who's boss. And in case you missed it earlier on in the show, our boss has told me and the Browns host that whoever wins this super chat battle this week is going to get a live show for this or for whichever team.
Oh, there it is.
Jack Campbell, baby. Anthony Fuller.
We're going defense early, baby.
Again, let's go. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. The King Yinzer himself, Anthony Fuller, picking Jack Campbell, inside linebacker out of the University of Iowa.
Some people say the best linebacker in this draft.
I mean, there's definitely a case for that, man, and you're getting him at number 32 overall. Brian Branch, Jack Campbell. The Steelers are going defense early. We got a $5 super chat as well from Dominic Schrader, so I want to give a shout out to him. Really appreciate you, Dominic. Longtime friend of the show here, watches every single show. He says, Steelers fool me 1 time, shame on you. Fool me 2 times, shame on me. 32-49, 24, second to Bears, 9th, 5th. D. Bush trade-up cost nothing and similar swap.
So he's saying do not move the first round pick.
Yeah.
He's saying you move
So
32
you trade both second-round picks
and a second next year.
and a second next year for 9 and a 5th. That's interesting because
we're going to answer this second on the mailbag today.
Yeah, that's a good call there, Chuggs. I'm going to answer your question today on the mailbag, Dominic. Appreciate the $5 super chat, my guy. Really do appreciate that. Right now we're at $174 in super chat revenue. Let's update that number so that people can see where we are with the Browns report.
Oh yeah,
they're going down today,
We're about
buddy.
to shit on Petey.
So we got Marshall Green here from Giants now.
FPD. FPD. FPD.
If we get a $50 super chat, I'm going to do a beer shot fund.
Oh! We got Chase Sr.
$50 super chat, beer fund.
Oh!
Okay.
All right. So
and if a beer shotgun, a beer shot fun, if those aren't enough for you, listen to this other crap that Petey had to say.
Oh my gosh. Play the clip right now. Play this garbage, man. This guy had a lot to say last week. That's what I'm going to say right now. This guy had a lot to say about you guys, the Steelers fans.
He was talking mad shit.
Oh, he was real happy that they won the super chat battle last week, man.
We'll round out the show with our draft here, and then we'll sign off and get you guys on your way. But 306, that's a good sight. That's a good Thursday right there to beat up Steelers talk.
Thank you again.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for contributing. If you work or are friends with the Steelers fan, I think we can all share that same, not pain, but, just annoyance.
It's kind of like, they're like the...
nuisance.
Like Outer Banks. They're like the Pogues. And
the Pogues are the poor people.
The Kooks.
The
Kooks,
they're like
yes. They're the Kooks. Walk with their chest out.
Yes, that's a good one.
F-U-P-D. F-U-P-D. F-U-P-D.
We got the man himself showing up here on Steelers Talk. What's going on, Matthew Peterson?
Petey.
Let's chat, Sperry, because
You are not on screen.
Okay.
So come on in.
There it is.
Eat shit, Peterson.
Good producer would go to just the big cam right.
Yeah.
You're fine, Jeremy. Make it all about yourself. So
Eat shit, Peterson.
We'll round out the show with our draft here, and then we'll
ended
sign
it
off and get you guys
It wasn't
on
even
your
close. It was a 1 versus 16 seed looking back, and not a Fairleigh Dickinson type run. So if you want to start this battle all over again, by all means, knock yourself out. But we will end it, and it will be on our terms, and it will be a bloodbath once again.
All right, we'll see. We will see.
Talking
Let's
all
go.
that good.
You hear that, Steeler Nation? Matthew Peterson has officially challenged you. What are you going to do about it? All right, man. We are at $179 in super chat revenue. We need to get to 312 to beat last week's number.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there.
We need to get there.
Just because FPD.
Just because FPD. F the Browns, F their quarterback, F everything, man. Oh, my goodness. Make sure to get hashtag Steelers or Super Chat to get a question on. So not only can we get closer to beating the Browns report this week, but you can get a question on the show. If you got something you want to ask me about the NFL draft, I'd be happy to answer it. Guys, we need to get something cooking here because we got a bunch of stuff on the table right now. Marshall Green says he'd do a shot fund. Chase Sr. said he'd do a beer bong if we send in a 50. So, I mean, let's get those 50 pieces in there, and let's
screw the Browns.
Let's show these guys who runs the AFC North. Because let me tell you, Petey's going to rile up his fans tomorrow.
The Browns trade for one predator, and they think they're on top of the world.
Yes.
They're not.
They beat us one time. They beat us one time in a Super Chat battle, and they think that they're kings now.
If I know anything in my 27 years of existence, it's that the Browns are going to brown.
The Browns are going to brown. They have 12. So here's something that I figured out this week that I think is very telling. The Browns have 12 playoff wins in their entire history as a franchise.
Oh, yeah. And wait. Sorry to cut you off. Ryan gets it. Spam FPD.
Thank you, Ryan. Spam FPD in the chat. Guys, we need to win this week. I'm telling you, I cannot go another week of this guy rubbing it in my face.
He was talking so much shit yesterday.
He was talking a ton. of shit last week, man. Like him and Pat and producer Seatman, they were disrespecting your Pittsburgh Steelers. What are we going to do about it, man? We got more picks to make in our fan-led mock draft. We got a mailbag coming up here quickly, man. Good Lord, I want to win this sub battle so bad because not only do we beat the Browns, but we get a live show next week for the NFL draft. We need to get that live show, guys. Petey has his show tomorrow, so he's going to be showing our number to his fans and saying, if we can beat this number, we're going to have a live show during the draft. We need to make this as high as humanly possible. We need to bury these guys and show these guys who runs the NFC or the AFC North. And of course, that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. 6 Super Bowl championships. The Browns have 0.
Browns are shit.
The Browns are shit. That's the reason why they picked that color, man.
Let's go ahead and get into this mailbag before I get too riled up.
All right, man. I'm getting a little riled up, too. I can't wait to answer your questions today, guys. Let's get into the Steelers Talk mailbag right now. Welcome into Steelers Talk, Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry. Today, I am answering your questions on Wednesday's live show. If you missed the live show on Wednesday, but you still want to donate to the channel here, you can do that right now via Super Thanks. And we really do appreciate everybody that donates to the channel. You will get a shout out if you send us a Super Thanks. So how do you do that? We have this great new feature here on YouTube. It's called Super Thanks, and you can donate to shows outside of live videos. All you have to do is click that heart button with the money sign there in the middle, and we appreciate your support. We really, really do. Anything that you can give to the channel, we would really, really appreciate. You guys are the best. And again, I'll give you a shout out if you give a Super Thanks. All right, so we got first question here from Not Webb's World, who sent in a $20 super chat. He says, what is more likely, a trade for Jalen Carter or a trade for left tackle? Because if we are serious about getting Carter, I don't think 17 and 32 is enough. And if Chicago doesn't get him, they may get Paris Johnson Jr. And that's very true. So the way I would answer this is that if I were Omar Khan, if I'm trading up to number 9, I'm not giving up number 32. Okay, it has to be 17 and 49. That's my best offer. And if I move up, my pick is Paris Johnson Jr., or it's an offensive tackle if he's already off the board. Paris Johnson Jr. is my number 1 guy. Dan Moore Jr. is more of a zone kind of, he's not a power guy. And the Steelers are moving to more of a power system this year under Matt Canada. It's what worked for them in the later part of last season. You bring in a guy like Paris Johnson Jr., you fix that. You complete now with Isaac Seumalo, all these moves that they've made on the offensive line this year. You put Paris Johnson Jr. on the left side. You have your picket fence to protect your quarterback, Kenny Pickett, for years to come. If I'm moving up, it's going to be for Paris Johnson Jr. Then we got a $5 super chat from Dominic Schrader, who says, Steelers, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me 2 times, shame on me. 32-49, a 2024 second to the Bears for number 9 overall and a 5th round pick. Devin Bush trade up costs nothing and similar swap. So in this scenario, the Steelers would have 2 first-round draft picks. And in this scenario, you could potentially grab like a Paris Johnson Jr. there at number 9, and then maybe like a Deonte Banks or Joey Porter Jr. falls to you at number 17. I don't think that's a terrible offer for the Steelers. I think that's a pretty good deal for the Steelers, if I'm being completely honest with you. I'm not sure if the Bears are willing to completely forego the first round this year in order to do it. Okay, they had originally the number 1 overall pick, right? And now, they're at number 9. I'm not sure if they're going to completely move out of the first round here, because that's what they'd be doing with this trade. If they make this trade, they're out of the first round, and they need some really, really good talent. And where all the really, really elite talent is in the first round. So I really think pick number 17 is going to be a non-negotiable for them, but I like the idea from Dominic here because I think it works out for the Steelers. Then you got Dill Pickle, who says, does the Steelers trading for Robinson mean Deontay Johnson is on the trade block? No, it does not. Not even close. I think that you're bringing in Allen Robinson to be a bigger slot receiver, to kind of be like a different flavor to Calvin Austin III in the slot. I think Calvin Austin III will probably get most of his snaps, at least early on in the year, in 4 wide receiver sets and on obvious passing situations. Because the simple fact of the matter is he's not going to be doing anything in the run game at whatever. He's like 5'9", 165 pounds. Like, he's not going to move anybody on the line of scrimmage at that size. Allen Robinson is a good size. I think he's like close to 215, 210 pounds. He's going to be able to do a good job for you there. That's going to be his role. Deontay Johnson is still that get-open guy, that safety blanket for Kenny Pickett. George Pickens is your deep threat. I think that Deontay Johnson's spot on this team is cemented, in my opinion. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Should the Steelers trade Deontay Johnson before the NFL draft or during the NFL draft for that matter? Type T for trade or type K for keep. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this one right now. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever you get an ad break here, just go ahead, go into the comment section, find that pinned comment, and answer today's question. Next question comes from Matt Hyde here, and he says, if they trade up to 9, do they take Carter over Johnson and Jones? Their defense would be a beast. Yes, their defense would be a beast. If you're getting the Jalen Carter that I've seen on tape, which is one of the best, if not the best defensive tackle prospect to one of them to ever enter the NFL draft. Like, he is a special player, man. And if you add that to TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, and Alex Highsmith, I mean, good luck stopping that. But the question is, do the red flags scare you enough where, you know, the off-field issues, the character concerns here, you know, he had a terrible pro day. Is he even going to be in shape for camp? I don't know the answers to those questions, so I am scared off of him. If I'm trading up and I'm giving away more draft picks, I'm getting someone that I feel like is a sure thing, so that's why I would rather go Johnson or Jones, probably Johnson there if I'm trading up to number 9. Then you got another question here from Let's Go Sports, and he says, why is the best offensive line in the draft not an option? Osiris Torrance from Florida. Now, first of all, I just don't think that the Steelers really need an interior offensive lineman, specifically in the starting role. Now, you know, there's speculation on who's going to be playing center. You know, there's some different reports going around that James Daniels is going to have a shot to move to center. Mason Cole, the Steelers do like, apparently. You got Nate Herbig and Isaac Seumalo in free agency. I just don't think you want to spend that first-round pick on somebody that's going to be a pure guard in the league. Like, I just don't think that's necessarily the best move. Plus, offensive tackle is far more valuable in NFL circles than interior offensive line is. It's a lot easier to find an interior offensive lineman than it is to find an offensive tackle in the National Football League. So that's why those offensive tackles have a bit more of panache, a bit more of those higher value picks. And, you know, Osiris Torrance in the second round, if he falls to like 32 or even 49, I'd be okay with that. The thing is, he's probably not going to be available at those picks. And at number 17, using it on a guard that's not really a true need for the Steelers, that's not my cup of tea. Then you got King Yinzer here. Anthony Fuller getting in the chat here. He says, do you think Brian Branch will be there at 32? I think there's a solid chance. I think there really is a solid chance that he's there at 32. Did not perform particularly well at the combine. He ran a 4.5 plus 40-yard dash, which was a lot slower than people expected. But here's the thing on Brian Branch, guys. He's a fantastic football player. He's somebody that had an elite 10-yard split. So this guy's got really great acceleration. He's got great instincts. He's a good tackler. He's played in an NFL defense there with Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide. He is ready to go day one as a strong safety or a nickel cornerback, in my opinion. Don't think he has the speed to be outside or free safety, but I think if you're putting him at nickel corner, and the Steelers need one of those right now, by the way, he would be fantastic. He'd be one of the best nickels in the league, in my opinion. Then you got Meech H, who says, a $5 super chat here. He says, Steelers record prediction. Record prediction. My bad on that one. I'm gonna say they get 11 wins. That's gonna be my prediction. I'm gonna say 11 wins next year, and they make the playoffs as a wild card. I think Kenny Pickett's gonna make a nice step in year 2. Matt Canada and his offense might hold him back just a little bit, which is why I don't have him up at like 13 or 14 wins. But, you know, I'm a believer in Kenny Pickett, not so much in Matt Canada. I think he's got a good roster around him. You got a good run game. You're bringing in pieces on the offensive line. Defensively, they finished the year as one of the best defenses in football, so I think that will be excellent. I think they'll get about 11 wins next year, and they'll make it the playoffs as a wild card. So do me a favor right now and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If we get up to 25,000 subscribers here on the channel before the NFL draft, we will be doing a raffle on our Steelers Talk Live show. So if you want a chance to win some Steelers memorabilia during the draft, go ahead, do me a favor, click that subscribe button for me right now. Then we get into Not Webb's World here with a $5 super chat, and he says, who slide the most in the draft? monies on Noah Sewell. My man was supposed to go no later than second round. Now I see mocks where he's a mid-day 3 pick. And, not Webb's World, that there is a reason for that. There is a reason for that. He is not fast whatsoever, man. Like, this guy is a powerful guy. He's very aggressive, which can get him in trouble at times, by the way. But when he hits you, you feel it. This guy is a big body. This guy can move. Not too great, to be honest with you. His coverage ability is extremely raw right now. People watch the tape on this guy, and they're like, yeah, this guy is not a second-round pick, plain and simply. Like, he's got the last name with the panache, right? Noah Sewell, Penei Sewell. They're like, oh, this guy can play football too. When they look at the film, he's very raw still. He's not overly that athletic. So, and then the combine performance wasn't fantastic either. All that combined to now he's probably going to be a day 3 pick. If the Steelers can get him, maybe if they trade down, get him in like the 5th round or maybe even the 4th round, that'd be a decent pick in my opinion. But I mean, he's got quite a bit of a bust potential in my opinion. Then you got Caleb Ebel here who says if Siaki Ika and Cam Smith are there at 49, who is the pick? Cam Smith. If I don't know who the Steelers take at 17 and 32, Cam Smith is the better prospect. I think Siaki Ika for me has been someone that's fallen down my draft board quite a bit after I've gone through the film. He doesn't really provide much in terms of a pass rusher. He's not going to be able to stay on the field for all 3 downs. He's a true nose tackle, a rotational piece. But, when it comes to run stuffing, that's what he does really, really well. I think he's more of a late 3rd or early 4th round guy, whereas Cam Smith, one of the best cornerbacks in this year's draft class, really, really good value there in the 2nd round. If he falls to 49 and the Steelers haven't taken a cornerback, I would love to take him. Then you got Steelers Sam here who says, what are the chances that the Steelers take a tight end in the draft this year? I think it's pretty decent. You re-sign Zach Gentry to be your blocking tight end. Of course, you still got Pat Freiermuth and Connor Hayward in the building. But, if you want that long-term answer at that blocking tight end spot, they brought Darnell Washington in from Georgia on a top 30 visit. I think they're interested in him. If he falls to like 49, I think that could be the pick. I'm not 100% sure on that. It depends on who else is there at 49, but I think that they're looking to add potentially a long-term option at blocking tight end. If they can get that, I think they might pull the trigger. Now, let me know in the comments section, should the Pittsburgh Steelers draft a tight end? You got Zach Gentry, you got Pat Freiermuth, and Connor Hayward. Should the Steelers add another name to that list? Type Y if you think yes, or type N if you think no. Then we got a $2 super chat here from Gary Reynolds. It says Noah Sewell equals Vince Williams. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess. I mean, I would have to say no on that one, Gary. I mean, to me, I don't know how to answer that question. Like, I don't think so, is what I'll say, Gary. I don't think that the Steelers are going to take Noah Sewell, to be honest with you. I think they're probably going to try to take linebacker earlier on in the draft. So Jeremy's in my ear here. He's telling me some stuff here, some information. Vince Williams, I don't think Noah Sewell is the next Vince Williams. I just don't think so. Like, could he be a success in the league? Maybe. But, Vince Williams, I'm not too sure on that one, Gary. Good question, though. Then you got Nazar Kostyov, who says, thoughts on the 4 pre-draft visits that were canceled. It was Dexter, Ringo, DeJuan Jones, and Forbes. All were canceled. Yes. I was actually going to, so this is very interesting to me. Like, some people are taking this to mean, oh, these guys are off their board, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that's the case. I think they originally scheduled these things, and they had some other players in their evaluation that they wanted to have visits with. They wanted to ask questions with, go over film with. And with these guys, Dexter, who they've already met with a number of times, Ringo, who's been a top prospect for a long time, DeJuan Jones, and Forbes, all these guys are players that they probably have a really, really good feel on, and they wanted to bring in some other players so that they could ask them more questions, go over some film. I don't think this necessarily means that they will not draft these guys. Now, they might not draft these guys. I mean, they can only take a certain amount of players, but at the same time, I don't think by any means it takes them off their board. Then we got DJ KJ here. He says, what player will be that hidden gem that everyone is overlooking? There are some players that I think are real hidden gems. Sperry Psychos, Jeremy says. I like Ivan Pace Jr. from Cincinnati. His production is insane, and right now most people have him as like a 4th or 5th round pick. I think he's a 3rd round value. He's a really, really good player, really athletic, good blitzer. He's pretty good in pass coverage as well. A little bit raw when it comes to the run game, filling the run fits that he's supposed to. He can be inconsistent in that, but I like him a lot. I think he's a Steelers type of player. I'd really like him. Regin Wright from Oregon State, I think is a really good player as well. Some people, he's probably going to go day 3, and I think that he's a really good long corner that can work out in the NFL. And, I just off the top of my head here, Zach Kuntz, tight end from Old Dominion. He had a perfect 10 relative athletic score at the Combine, one of the best Combine performances we've ever seen. And, he doesn't have a ton of reps because he's dealt with injuries, and, he was benched in Penn State earlier on in his career. He's only had 1 full season. But, man, when I watched his film, this guy can move. The film backs up the testing, and this guy it can be a real threat as a receiver in the National Football League. Probably not a fit for the Steelers, but those are 3 names that come to mind for me. So right now, guys, if you haven't already, you want more Steelers and NFL general content on Twitter, go to @Jack_Sperry. That's my Twitter handle. I got a bunch of stuff on there, film analysis, mock drafts, all this great stuff, additional content from me, Jack Sperry. You got to go to @Jack_Sperry. Follow me on Twitter today. All right. 2 segments down.
Now the Steelers are back up on the clock with their second round pick.
That's right. We got another pick to make here on this fan-led mock draft. All right, so here are the rules here for those of you that are new here. We're doing a fan-led mock draft. This is how we're determining who wins. 1 comment equals 1 vote. So when we show you the players here in just a second, when you see the player you want to draft, make sure you put that person's name in the comment section as many times as possible. $5 is going to get you an additional 50 votes. $10 is going to get you 125 votes. And we've already had this happen twice, a $50 super chat, and you get to make the pick.
And just a reminder, first 2 picks, Brian Branch, Jack Campbell.
2 defenses.
And looks like all the best players on the board are still defense, but in 2 positions that the Steelers have not drafted yet.
Yep, that's right. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is going to be tough. Okay, so here are the options here. We got Diane Henley. Since we took Campbell, he's probably off the board. We'll keep him on there for now, but he's probably not going to get too many votes. You got a good press man corner here that's fallen to number 49, Tyreek Stevenson, someone I think could be a first-round pick. You got Kelly Ringo, somebody that the Steelers have shown some real interest in.
Your guy, Brents,
I really like Brents as well. He's on there.
He's a Sperry psycho.
He's a good player, man. I really like Brents. If he's there at 49, he'd be a good player for the Steelers. Then you got B.J. Ojulari. If you want to replace or if you want to get that 3rd rotational edge rusher piece right now, you can go B.J. Ojulari. So those are the options. We're going to set the timer right now, 2 minutes. Get those votes in. Get those super chats in if you want to get extra votes. We are trying to beat the Browns report this week in super chat revenue. Right now we're at $188. We are, just close to, like $150 away from beating them. So we need to get that today, guys. We cannot lose to the Browns report again. That's just, I can't stomach that.
All right, let me see. It looks like Brents.
It looks like
Brents is ahead. Got some Stevenson votes. BJ.
We got some Ringos in the chat.
Some Ringos in there. It's pretty close. It looks like it's BJ, Brents, or Ringo, though.
Yeah.
And Radswag, who we took earlier, Brian Branch, safety from Alabama.
Jack
Campbell, inside linebacker, Iowa.
So, man, I think it's got to be either corner or edge here. It's going to be defense again. I think this is where the value is here.
It's close. It's close. A super chat might push it over the edge for either of these players, but right now it's between Brents, B.J. Ojulari, Keely Ringo.
We got 50 seconds left. If you want to make the pick yourself, man, send in a 50. We've already had it done twice.
Hey, also, if you make the pick with a 50, you also get a free beer shot fund
from Marshall Green. That's right.
You kind of get a 2-for-1 because you're going to get a beer bong and you get to make the pick.
Yep. Guys, Matthew Peterson, the Browns host, literally came on my show, and he challenged us live here on Steelers Talk.
Oh, okay.
We cannot lose this. All right, so we got Anthony Fuller coming in here.
That's putting Ringo a little head on the board.
10. Fuller, man.
Put another 30 seconds up because we got some more votes. Ringo's ahead right now. Brent's is still, it's still close with the amount of Brents that we've gotten.
All right, we got 40 seconds left. We have a $10 super chat from Anthony Fuller going Kelly Ringo. Appreciate the $10 super chat, by the way, Anthony. We're not worthy. King Yenzer. We got a lot of BJs in there, too. This is close.
You're going to have to spam Brent's, BJ, or
You're going to have to
super
spam
chat.
it, man. And by the way, I don't think we mentioned this. If you haven't liked the video, your vote doesn't count. We can tell here. We have our software here. We can tell who's liked the video and who has not. If you want your vote to count, you need to like this video. We have 67 right now. All right, so that's the end of the timer. What are we going, Kelly Ringo?
All right, hold on. Let me add up the votes. It's close.
All right, so we're adding up the votes right now.
Hold on 1 second. I'm putting it all in the. I'm copying and pasting it all in the data. Hold on 1 second. Then I gotta add 50.
Man, this is gonna be interesting because this is gonna be 3 straight defensive picks for the Steelers. No offense, no offensive tackle, no receiver yet.
All right.
What we got, Jeremy? Let me know.
The pick is going to be Keely Ringo.
Keely Ringo is the pick here. Cornerback out of Georgia. So you got Brian Branch. You got probably your nickel cornerback or your strong safety of the future there in round 1. Jack Campbell, your starting inside linebacker, coverage linebacker in round 2. And then you get Keely Ringo, cornerback out of Georgia.
Going heavy defense.
Yes, we are. 3 straight defensive picks. That is where we are right now. We're at war, guys, plain and simply with the Browns report. They got $312, completely just trashing the Pittsburgh Steelers on their live show last week. We're trying to beat them. This week, we've beaten them a number of times. We've gotten over 312, I think like 3 or 4 times here on Steelers Talk. Our best show ever was 1.2K. Like, we can rack it up. I know this, guys.
Do you want to get fired up real quick?
Yes, I want to get fired up.
Listen to this. If you're not already mad, if you don't already hate the Browns, listen to this shit.
If this doesn't boil your blood, you are not a true Yenzer. Play the clip.
No mercy, though. There will be no mercy. There will be no white flag. That's what it'll be. We will burn a white flag. Because when they want to surrender, when they are begging for one more breath of air, none. Zilch.
You know what pissed me off about that, Petey? He declared battle without even getting our consent.
No,
He
did
just
not.
said, we're going to battle them.
It was literally a carbon copy of Pearl Harbor. They sent us a friendship bracelet, right?
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, Sunday morning, 7:32 a.m., bombs start falling down. So this will get bad.
When was the last time the Steelers were really relevant in the NFL?
I'm telling you this much. The Steelers next season, they're going to be bad. When you look
they're gonna
around
be
the
bad.
AFC and Kenny Pickett is your gunslinger,
Think about that.
bye-bye.
We cannot lose to them.
F those guys.
We cannot lose to the.
F those freaking guys.
We cannot lose to these people that said that about our quarterback, Kenny Pickett. 3rd worst quarterback in the AFC? Is that the same guy that roasted you guys in the last game of the year last year? That guy? Oh, yeah. Deshaun Watson threw like 2 interceptions in that game, though. He's great. He's fantastic. Deshaun Watson's such a good quarterback,
You trade for a predator, and all of a sudden you think that your team is at the top of the AFC North. The Browns are going to brown.
The Browns are gonna brown.
Suck. The Browns are always going to brown, and they're always going to be browning because they're the freaking Browns.
It's just in their nature. And we see that time and time again. Yesterday was last week was our first time losing to the Browns report in anything. A sub battle, a super chat battle,
and
whatever.
He has the gall to come in and be like, oh, yeah, Browns owning y'all. Browns Chat Sports owning y'all.
No way.
Crap.
Bull crap, man. Like, what? I mean, I'm getting riled up right now. I still got another segment to do. I don't want to get too mad here. We got another $2 super chat here from one of the GOATs here at Steelers Talk, not Webb's World, who says, no Addison in the first or Darnell in the second. So I think he's saying he wants to pick Jordan Addison and then Darnell Wright in the second. I don't think the Addison pick is going to happen now, Webb's World. I know you love that idea, but with this trade with Allen Robinson, you already have Calvin Austin III, Deontay Johnson, and George Pickens. I just don't think it's going to happen, man. I just don't. I think they might take like a Xavier Hutchinson type, like in day 3, but when it comes to night 1, picking a wide receiver, I don't think it's going to happen. And same thing with Darnell Wright. He's going to go in the first round. All the hype around him is he's going to go somewhere between the Bears pick at number 9 is the highest I've seen him. And, he's not going to get past much the Steelers either. He's probably going to be a top 25 pick. If he makes it to the second, fine. If you've already taken a corner like Deonte Banks at 17 and Darnell Wright is just sitting there in your lap at 32, then fine. But I just don't think that's going to happen, man. I just don't see that coming to pass on draft night like next week. What do you think, Jeremy?
I'm just pissed at Petey.
Me too, man.
He's just.
I mean, here's the thing too. My bosses have told us that if we want a live show next week during the NFL draft, we need to beat the Browns report this week, and we need to rack up this number to a point where they cannot reach it because they have a live show tomorrow. The Browns report does. And they're going to be showing whatever we get to their audience and saying, if we can get over this number, we're going to have a live show during the NFL draft. We need to get this number to a place where they don't have a shot. Like, I'm thinking, like, I don't even know, man. But first things first, we need to beat them from last week.
It just upsets me that he actually thinks that the Browns is a competent, good franchise, and it's just.
I mean, what does history tell us? What does history tell us?
The fact that they told their fans the Steelers haven't been relevant in a while.
Yeah, like
he's the biggest.
That's like the what?
It's the biggest oxymoron.
Like, dude, I'm so mad. I don't even know what to say.
Like, in my 27 years of existence, I don't think the Browns have been relevant once. They were.
It's a good point. When was the last time the Browns were relevant?
They were relevant when
they drafted Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield made it to the playoffs in however many years.
Yeah, and then they beat the Steelers. They beat Ben Roethlisberger, who was pretty much like he was done at that point. Like I love Big Ben. I love the guy. He got to the point in his career where you get to week 15, week 16, he just had no gas in the tank, and they're bragging about winning that game. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just hate the Browns so much. I want to beat them so bad.
And this is actually a really good question.
Okay, so we got a question here from Gary Reynolds. When was the Browns relevant? Somebody tell me. When was the last time they made an AFC championship game? I'm sure Petey could tell me.
The answer does not exist.
Like, this team has 0 Super Bowl championships. They have not made a Super Bowl appearance. They want to talk shit to Steelers talk? I don't think so.
I want to play a quick game.
I don't think so, man.
Whenever I say the Cleveland Browns, give me the one word that comes to your mind in the comment section.
I like
one
this
word
idea.
reaction. Whenever I say the Cleveland Browns, what is the one word that comes into your mind when you think of that shit franchise?
Give me the one word that describes the Cleveland Browns. We're just over $100 away from beating them.
Let's see.
From last week.
Sucky, mistake.
Trash, poverty.
Yep.
We can do better than this. We can do better than this. Let's go. We got 3 poop emojis. That's the best one so far, guys.
What about you? What's the one word that comes to your mind?
Frauds. They want to parade around like they're this amazing franchise with all this deep history. It's like, yeah, history of failure. The most famous moments in your franchise's history are of the blunders that you've had in the playoffs. Like, that's I don't understand it. And you're trying to talk shit to a franchise with a fan base that has 6 Super Bowl titles to its name.
Joke, pathetic,
I don't get
quagmire,
it.
irrelevant.
Baltimore. Baltimore's a good one there.
Chihuahua.
Trevor. Quagmire. Waste of talent. Yeah, man. All those are good names.
It's sad when Josh Cribbs is your best player for the past 40 years.
Oh, that's a good one, dude.
Yeah, terrible.
All right, we got one more segment here to get to.
All of those words is exactly why we can't let this shit happen.
We cannot lose. We cannot lose to these mother effers, man. We just can't do it. Like, we are here. We are Steelers Talk. We are the greatest fan base in the National Football League, definitely in the AFC North. There's no way we can lose to the Browns report again this week. I just will not allow it, guys. I would really, really appreciate it. You would be a Steelers Talk legend if you put in any amount of super chat here, man. We just got chip away now. We just got chip away.
Also, don't forget a $50 super chat. We got a beer shotgun coming up for you.
Yeah, we got a beer shotgun waiting for you guys for a $50. And then we got a beer bong if we get another 50. If you send in 100, you get both. All right, so we need to.
If you send in 100, we're going crazy.
Yeah, we are going nuts if you send in a $100 super chat.
Austin Sperry. Read that one.
Prom night. That's a good one, Austin. Austin Sperry says prom night dumpster baby.
Any relation?
No, I don't think so. I don't know no Austins in my family. Maybe, but distant brothers maybe.
Oh, Not Webb's World said he's going half on the $100. If anybody wants to do the other half.
Oh, all right.
Let's get it freaking going.
All right, we got Not Webb's World going half on $100. If there's anybody else that's willing to go the other half there, we're going to have both a beer shotgun.
The FPD's going in the chat.
We need to get past that 312 mark. We just do. I mean, this week, if we don't pass it this week, I mean, first of all, we're not getting a Steelers Talk live show during the draft, which I really don't want to happen. I really want to share that moment with you guys when we see who we pick. But man, right now,
and even if you can't put in a big amount, if you can't, that's fine. Just stick around, enjoy the show. If you can, every $5 super chat helps the cause to shit on the Browns.
That's right. We have to win this week. We have to win.
Austin Sperry, if you want to help out your cousin,
let
me know.
Austin, man, us Sperry's got to stick together, bro.
Hey, Sperry's got to stick together.
Dude, a Sperry got to help out a Sperry here. All right, that's what I'm saying. you need to help out a Sperry here. And guys, I'm just saying, like the Browns, Matthew Peterson is going to be showing our number, okay? Our number on his show tomorrow. And he's going to say, if we get over this, we are going to have a live show during the NFL draft. If the Browns report gets a live show instead of the Steelers during the NFL draft, I don't know what I'm going to do, man. That's just, I can't do that. But anyway, guys, we got one more set. Oh! Princeton Cummings with a $50 super chat. The Browns, F the Browns, F the Browns, F the Browns, F the Browns. Let's go! Oh my goodness, Gary Reynolds with a $100 super chat. He says, FPD. Oh my goodness, man.
We're getting the beer bongs and everything ready.
Oh, we're getting the drinks going for you guys. We're about to be flowing here on Steelers Talk. Woo! That puts us over the limit, doesn't it? Oh my goodness.
The new updated number. Next, thanks to Gary Reynolds, Princeton Cummings.
Princeton Cummings too, man. First
time super chat.
First time super chat. Oh my gosh, Princeton, you are a G. Steelers Talk legend, Princeton Cummings. Oh, and of course, Gary Reynolds. We got to get a Gary chant going here. Gary, 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 Gary. Let's go, man.
The new updated scoreboard.
That's what I'm talking about.
FPD.
FPD. FPD. Oh
Here
my
we
goodness.
go, Steelers. Here we go.
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, baby. We got Chase Sr., host of our Eagles and 49ers show. He's got the beer bong for you.
Let's go!
Let's go! Try to keep it down. I don't want spit all over me now.
Let's go!
Let's go, FPD!
Yes!
Yeah!
Chase, the tannest man in the
That's
office.
what I'm talking about, baby.
Let's go!
We got another super chat in there, by the way, Jeremy. We got a $5 super chat.
Woo!
From, what's his name?
Bink the Batuzai.
This isn't his first time? I don't remember you super chatting before, Bink. But, I mean, great. FPD, my man. I appreciate you. And we got another $2 here From Ryan, let's go! We got a bunch of people hyping us up
We got
here.
Marshall Green coming in a second.
That's right.
He's going to be doing a beer shot fund.
Oh my goodness, man. What a legendary moment. $100 super chat. So do we need another drink because we got 150 there instead of just 100?
We'll get some drinks flowing.
All right, we're going to get some drinks flowing for you here in a second. We're up to $359 in super chat revenue. I appreciate the heck out of you guys, man.
We are
oh my
just
goodness. We
absolutely shitting on the Browns.
And guys, here's the thing though. This is what I'll say. This isn't over, okay? If we stop the show right now and we go into tomorrow with $359, PD is going to show his audience our number and say, if you guys can beat this, we are going to get a live show on the NFL Draft.
400, I'll do another one.
Oh my God. Okay,
We're 40 away.
Oh my goodness. Guys, Chase Sr., who just did the beer bong here, said if we can get up to $400 in super chat revenue, he's going to be doing another beer bong for y'all. All right, so that's $41 away. Now it's less. Strict Fit, one of the friends of the show, getting in, joining the party here. He's saying, start the show over. Missed it. Been in meetings. Grr, FPD. And that's the
Cassie has a good suggestion in the chat.
Oh, no, babe. Why? I'm not ready to do that today.
I don't know.
Oh. All right, so here is my deal with y'all. What number should it be, Chuggs?
It's up to you, buddy.
Oh, my gosh. Guys, I want to win this.
How about if we get to 500?
No.
In total.
600?
I say 500 because that'll give us a clear lead on them. I don't think they'll be able to catch it.
Okay, so my girlfriend Cassie Voth just suggested I drink a
water boot.
I drink a water boot for something here.
Oh!
Another 20 from Cody Dalton. Let's go,
Let's
my first time super chat. Let's go. Oh my gosh, we got the whole crew here right now. We got Austin Tardif in the chat right now. Let's go, boys. I want to get lit too. Let's go, Cody.
Woo!
Woo! And then we got Austin Tardif, one of our MVPs here on Steelers Talk, showing up. He says, what I miss. Oh my gosh, Austin, you have missed a ton. Show the graphic right now, Jeremy Chuggs. So we are in a super chat battle with our arch rivals here at Steelers Talk by Chat Sports, the Browns Report. They got $312 in super chat revenue last week, and they thought they were so much better than the Steelers, than the Steeler Nation. Well, right now we got $414 in super chat rev, and here's the thing, Austin. Whoever gets the most super chat revenue here on these next shows, the Browns show is tomorrow. Today we have Steelers.
And
whoever has the most is going to get a live show during the NFL Draft.
Just to up the ante, I'm going to go ahead and get some drinks too. I'm going to go get my Fireball. Every $10 that comes in, I'm taking a shot.
All right, you guys heard the man. Every $10 that you send in, Jeremy Chuggs is going to do a shot of Fireball. Okay? And I'll tell you guys this right now. I think about $600 is going to be about it for the Browns Report, like $312. That's a good number for them. If we this is what I'll say. If we double the Browns Report this week from last week's number, so that would be $724. I will do a water boot for you here on Steelers Talk. Okay, so that's the number. $724. Well, probably $725. Okay, so Austin, that's what you missed. I appreciate your $10 super chat, my guy. Not Webb's World. I saw yours. We are going to get yours in just a second. Same thing with yours, Gary. Keep them flowing, fellas. We still got another segment to get to, actually, man. Like, we're having a great day here on Steelers Talk. And Marshall Green, he said he would do a shot fund. He's getting that ready for you right now. Listen, guys, this is what I'm going to say. At $414, that's really, really good. That's a great day, one of the best days we've ever done here on Steelers Talk. But guess what? The Browns Report has a show tomorrow, and they get, because they're the older channel, essentially, they get the advantage of going a day after. Oh! A $50 super chat from Terrell Campbell. FP!
Let's go!
Oh my goodness, man. These things are flowing.
Not Webb's World came in with the 20.
That's right. We said we'd get to Not Webb's World. The missus heard all the screaming, was like, what's going on? And stopped me from sending the 50. So take this 20. I appreciate you, Not Webb's World. He says Jordan Addison better than Deontay Johnson.
Let's go.
Fight me. I'm not fighting you, man. I appreciate your opinions. I appreciate your support for the channel. You are a true G. Let me know when you get that Steelers Talk signed, by the way. We sent that to you last weekend. Hopefully it shows up. $2 super chat here from Gary. Gary says, I'm already lit. Just drink.
Let's go.
All right, man.
Austin, I said every 10, I'm taking a shot. Let's go.
Every 10, Austin. Help us beat the Browns. Make Chuggs drink, baby.
Woo!
And Chuggs, you were gone when I said this. I said if we doubled the Browns number from last week, I would do the water boot. So $725 is my price. Oh, no, $625.
Yeah.
$625. I will do a water boot. Because, man, it sucks being first because the Browns report gets to show our number as the official goal because we have no idea how much they're going to raise. That's the thing. But if we can get the most here on the show, we are going to be doing a Steelers Talk live show during the NFL draft, which I know all of you guys want. So we need to bury these guys. We need to bury these fools, these clowns that absolutely trashed the Steelers last week. I mean, that's unacceptable. They're going to learn what happens when you trash the Pittsburgh Steeler Nation. We got Marshall Green. What's up, my friend?
Steeler Nation, what's up? This is for you. Who came in with the 50?
We got a bunch of 50s,
We
man.
got one from Terrell Campbell.
We've got a ton of 50s.
Gary Reynolds. Princeton Cummings.
Guys, can we get an F the Browns and an FPD before you shoot it?
FPD.
FPD. Let's go. Yeah!
Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Marshall Green. He's a real one, baby. Oh, we need to get Chase Sr. in here as well for a beer bong.
Daddy Green.
Daddy Green getting it done.
Oh, wait, tell Chase he owes another one whenever he comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, so Chase Sr. is going to be coming on here, doing another beer bong for you here in just a second. We are up to $476 in Super Chat, Rev. This is what happens when you challenge Steelers Nation. You do not win. You do not win. I'm sorry. And, last week, Jeremy, you tell me here. So we came on here and we did something where it's like, if we beat the Browns number from last week, we would do something, right? Does that count as like challenging them to a Super Chat battle that week? Because that's how they played it. They said you declared war on us. You started this. I'm like, I wasn't really declaring a sub battle. It was just,
whenever you're a poverty franchise, anything seems like a slight.
And hey, man, listen, good for them. They got $312 in Super Chat revenue. It's not the same as Steelers Talk, man. It's just the way it is. We got Austin Tardif with another $10. Yep, Chuggs slurping down that fireball for you. Come on now. Browns can't keep up with Steelers pockets. No way, Austin. Let's go.
No way.
Dude, Austin's a real one. He was one of our biggest spenders during the Pickett jersey giveaway. Like, he is such a G. He's such a good friend of the show. Appreciate you showing up here, Austin. I'm guessing you just got off work. Let's get this party started. In fact, we still got another segment. Like, this is kind of getting nuts. Send in those super chats right now, man, to completely bury the Cleveland Browns. They were making a bunch of comments like, oh, we're beating the Steelers so bad. Oh, it's like 16-0 season versus 0-16 Lions. Like, all this different stupid analogies. Like, we're just going to beat the crap out of you, and we're going to get that live show, all right? So if you want that live show, get those funds in there.
Trevor, I got a half bottle left. We're good.
Yeah, we got a half bottle, baby.
We're good.
Keep the $10 shots flowing. We got another $10 super chat from His Highness himself, Anthony Fuller. We are not worthy. We are not worthy. Says, I love this. I love this too, baby. I love it when these puny franchises, man, when they call us up and they say we want a battle. I say, hell yeah, I want a battle. I want to go to war because I'm going to battle with the best soldiers in the NFL, baby.
King Anthony Fuller.
King Yenza.
Here, here.
Here, here. We got another $10 super chat from Cody Dalton. Another shot for you, Chuggs. Guys, Chuggs is going to be smashed for this next segment.
Let's go.
He's slurping these things down, man.
Let's go.
Guys, this is so much fun. I'm having so much fun, but we do have another segment to get to.
F you, Petey.
F you, Petey. F the Browns.
Let's go.
Can't compete. No way, baby. All right, so here's the thing. We got another segment to do. I want to get to that before Jeremy gets too drunk.
Let's go.
All right, keep sending in those $10, man. Okay, so we're going to stack them up. Chuggs is going to drink those shots. Keep sending in those 10s. For every 10, he will slurp down one of those fireball shots for you. I appreciate everybody, guys. Cody Dalton, Anthony Fuller, Not Websworld, Austin Tardif, everybody that has contributed to this winning effort so far. Thank you guys so much. We just passed $500. Guys, we need to keep this going. Austin just put in another 10. Let's go. And he's got a question in there. I'm going to answer that before we get into this segment. But first, Jeremy Chuggs. Oh, my goodness. Dude, once I saw Austin, I knew it was going to start to get crazy, my man. Austin, whew. Oh, we got another $10. All right, so we got thoughts on them bringing in Darnell Washington for a visit. So they brought him in. He's the only tight end that they brought in. And what that tells me is if he's there at a certain spot, I think they would probably draft him, whether that's number 49, whether that's number 80. They think that he can fall to a certain place in the draft where they would take him. Now, will he fall to number 49? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so because, Darnell Washington, he's got a really freaky combination of size and speed. Teams like Green Bay, who draft ahead of the Steelers in round 2, are going to really, really like Darnell Washington. So I'm not sure if he'll fall to us, but I think the Steelers are interested in a guy like Washington if he falls.
So we have a couple more super chats, but I want to get to this one because Gary dropped a huge 100 earlier, and I got to show him some love really quick. He said he's getting off the chat, but for a very good reason.
Okay, so Gary says, getting off the chat because I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks for work, so I'm having a daddy-daughter date so I can get a Nona chat for her. Oh, no, is it Nona or Nana?
Nona.
I think it's Nona. All right, Gary.
Nona.
Let's go.
I'll drink to that, Gary. Let's go.
Gary, you are a real one. Have fun on your daddy-daughter date. Shout out to Nona as well, a true Yinzer, true fan of the show. We got a couple more super chats rolling in here. Not Webb's World says, I meant Darnell Washington earlier, but I've been hearing he can go to the Bengals. If not, him or Jack Campbell or Deonte Banks at 32 if we take Branch. So Not Webb's World came in with a 50-piece to draft Brian Branch in our fan-led mock draft. And, if that's the pick, Not Webb's World, and they go Brian Branch, and Deonte Banks is somehow still there at 32, that's the pick. I would be comfortable taking him at 17. I think he's a top 20 talent in this year's draft class. He is a fantastic, fantastic prospect. I have him ranked above Joey Porter Jr., and I like Joey Porter Jr. So, Jack Campbell's a good player as well. Darnell Washington in round 2. I think 32, I think you probably have to take him there if you want to take him. Because I think the Green Bay Packers, if he's there for their pick, they're going to take him. I don't think he slips the 49. So if you want, for me, I would rather go corner, offensive tackle, corner if you can. But, if all the top offensive tackle prospects are off the board, I wouldn't mind adding a guy like Washington. Got a $10 super chat here from Anthony Fuller. Says, I just want to see him keep drinking. Let's go, King Yinzer.
Let's go!
Steelers talk legend.
Let's go!
Appreciate that out of you, Anthony Fuller. You can always sense the moment. That's what I love about Anthony, man. He senses the moment when we need a big super chat, and he just seizes that moment, man. He's a fantastic, fantastic friend of the show.
All right.
We're going to get into this segment before Chuggs gets too drunk.
Can't do it.
Yeah. All right, man. All right, so we got an ESPN mock draft from Mel Kiper Jr. and Todd McShay. I'm going to be breaking down those picks for you right now. Welcome into Steelers Talk, Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry. On today's show, I am going to be breaking down an ESPN 3-round mock draft collaboration between the godfather himself of draft media, Mel Kiper Jr., and ESPN Draft analyst Todd McShay. Can't wait to break down this 3-round mock with you here on the show. But first, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, now is a great time to do so. We have daily Steelers draft rumors leading up to the round 1 of the 2023 NFL Draft. We got prospect analysis, prospect rankings coming out. We got my big board coming out here real soon. Steelers draft targets, all this great stuff. And then, of course, next week I'm going to be revealing my final Steelers mock draft. So if you want the best in-depth, comprehensive Steelers content here on YouTube, go ahead, click that subscribe button for me right now. And in round 1, this pick belongs to Mel Kiper Jr., and he took Zay Flowers, wide receiver out of Boston College, with the 17th overall pick. Now, I will say that this mock came out before the Allen Robinson trade. That's what I will say. But this is what Mel Kiper Jr. had to say about the pick. What a landing spot for one of my favorite prospects in this class. Flowers can play inside or outside, and he can make defenders miss after the catch. The Steelers can fill their need at cornerback in round 2. Now, Zay Flowers is a fine player, guys. I think that when it's all said and done, he could be the #1 receiver on my big board this year. At 5'10", 172 pounds, I compare him to Antonio Brown, Stephon Diggs. He's a great route runner. He's great after the catch. He's got good hands, man. He does have some drop issues. He's got good body control is what I should say. Does have some concentration drops from time to time. Let's take a look at what his numbers looked like last year with the Boston College Golden Eagles there. He had 78 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 13.8 yards per catch, 12 touchdowns. This guy, when I see him on film, man, this guy just looks like he's gliding. He looks like he's on ice skates, and everybody else is trying to catch up. This guy is a very smooth athlete. He's great after the catch, like Mel said. I think he's a great talent. I think he's a first-round guy. I think he's going to be potentially, I think he can go as high as 15 to Green Bay. I think Green Bay would be a great fit for a guy like Zay Flowers. But, especially now that the Steelers have taken Allen Robinson off the Rams' hands, I just don't think wide receiver is an option. This is why it's a dumb pick for me. Top cornerbacks, Deonte Banks and Joey Porter Jr. are still on the board during this pick. I think if Banks and Joey Porter Jr. are still on the board for you, that's one of those guys is going to be the pick. I'm not going wide receiver if Banks and Joey Porter Jr., who could be #1 cornerbacks in the National Football League someday, are still on the board. That's just the way it works. Then you got Pittsburgh is likely looking for a bigger slot receiver. Zay Flowers more 5'10". They already have their dynamo in the slot in Calvin Austin III. They don't need somebody like a Zay Flowers that's also pretty tiny. You'd rather go and get a guy like Jonathan Mingo or Xavier Hutchinson from Iowa State. I think that they would rather have somebody like that. Now that they've traded for Allen Robinson, this completely does not happen. Mel Kiper Jr., after the Allen Robinson trade, had an update for this pick on his article, and he had to say this: the Steelers are adding Allen Robinson via trade, but he's a much different receiver than Flowers. This deal doesn't change Pittsburgh's need, and I could see it still adding Flowers here. No freaking way. So even after the Allen Robinson trade, this clown, Mel Kiper Jr., still says, I would add this guy to the receiving corps. Where are you going to put him, man? I just don't know. You already got Calvin Austin III for obvious passing situations in the slot. You got Allen Robinson to be that bigger slot guy. You got Deontay Johnson and George Pickens. There's just nowhere that it makes sense to add Zay Flowers. He's a great talent, a great player. Doesn't make sense for the Steelers in round 1. Let me know what your one-word reaction is to this pick in the comment section. For me, I would say idiotic. That'd be my one word, but let me know what you guys think. This is the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever you get an ad break here on the show, do me a favor and go down in the comment section, find that pinned comment. It'll be right there at the top, and answer today's question. So like I said, man, my one word is idiotic. I do not think that this would be a good move whatsoever for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You are pretty much set at wide receiver. If you want to spend a day 3 pick on a bigger slot receiver to take over for Robinson eventually, then fine. But in round 1 with your most important pick, I think this would be a big mistake for the black and gold. Then you go into round 2, and Mel Kiper Jr. and Todd McShay have Brian Branch falling to number 32 overall, where Todd McShay has the Steelers taking Brian Branch. And man, I think that'd be a fantastic pick if you are the black and gold, the Pittsburgh Steelers. If he falls to you here, he is one hell of a football player, man. This guy is about as good as it's going to come from when it comes to nickel cornerback play. Had 90 tackles last year, 14 tackles for lost plays with great instincts. Had 3 sacks as a blitzer, very effective blitzer branches. And he got 2 interceptions and 7 pass breakups last year with the Crimson Tide. Has played in that pro-style system there with Alabama. He's going to be ready out of the package. He will be a day one starter in the National Football League. He had kind of a lackluster kind of performance at the Combine, however. Okay, like he didn't really run all that fast. He didn't have a great performance there. But I think that if he's there at number 32 and you are the Pittsburgh Steelers and you take him, you are getting one heck of a football player. I wouldn't mind taking him whatsoever there at the top of round 2. Well, Jeremy Chuggs is telling me something here in my ear. What's that, Jeremy? Oh yeah, so he's telling me about Minkah Fitzpatrick. Like if you combine him with Minkah Fitzpatrick, man, two guys that are really Swiss Army knife types of players, I think that Mike Tomlin can really use those 2 pieces. I think in year 1, Branch would probably be a nickel cornerback to replace Arthur Maulet there in the nickel, and then he would also do some work as a strong safety. You got Keanu Neal as a strong safety for now. You got DeMonte KZ to kind of run that 3 safety package. But imagine a 3 safety package with DeMonte KZ, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Brian Branch. I think that'd be a fantastic, fantastic weapon at Mike Tomlin's disposal. Here's an image here of Brian Branch's relative athletic score from his performance in Indianapolis. Not great. He doesn't have great size for the safety position, okay? And then his composite scores in speed and explosion were just okay, right? I just don't think that he's like the mega athlete that you see with some of these guys, especially in round 1. And, you know, if you have a score this low as a safety, there's a pretty decent chance that you're going to fall to round 2, no matter how good your tape is. So I think there's a legitimate chance that Branch is there for the black and gold here. And if he is there, I think the Steelers should really, really think about it. All right, so now here's what I'm going to say, guys. We got a brand new channel from Chat Sports, I should say. It's our NFL Draft channel. And what we have on there is some really comprehensive draft content. If you're like me, you can't get enough draft content around this time of year. We have daily videos covering prospect analysis, prospect rankings, NFL mock drafts every single week. And then we also have team-specific 7-round mock drafts for pretty much every single team in the league. So if that's your sort of thing, you want to get daily NFL draft content here leading up to Kansas City, go to youtube.com/chatNFL and click that subscribe button now. Then in round 3, I believe Mel Kiper is back on the clock here. And never mind, it's round 2. Second pick in round 2. Anton Harrison, offensive tackle from the Oklahoma Sooners. Now, for me personally, guys, Anton Harrison is a good player. I think that he's probably a first-round guy. I doubt he makes it here to number 49, if I'm being completely honest with you. He's a really good pass protector. He plays with really good balance. You know, he plays with really good hand placement as well. He's not much of a mauler, which is why I don't think that the Steelers are going to have him on their radar. I think they want more of a mauler because right now, you know, if you want somebody that's pretty good as a pass protector, you know, you can stick with Dan Moore Jr., you know, but if you want somebody that's a mauler in the run game, you want somebody that can flat out pancake somebody, I would go with like a Broderick Jones or a Paris Johnson Jr. in the first round, as opposed to getting someone like Anton Harrison, who doesn't play with great pad level, doesn't play with great power. He's not a great run blocker in general. I think because of his pass rushing or pass blocking upside, he's going to be a first-round pick for a team that is really pass-heavy, runs mostly zone, like inside zone, outside zone, that sort of stuff. He's pretty athletic. But, you know, when it comes to the Steelers scheme, I'm not sure if he's a fit, and I'm not sure he's going to be on the Steelers' radar. You know, like I said, I don't think he's a good fit. That's just how I feel about it, guys. Dan Moore Jr., I think if you want to stick with Dan Moore Jr., then fine. Don't go get a guy like Anton Harrison. You have limited amount of picks in this year's NFL draft. If you're going to draft somebody at offensive tackle, it has to be a clear upgrade over Dan Moore Jr. With Anton Harrison, I'm not sure that's the case. So do the Steelers need to draft an offensive tackle in this year's NFL draft? Type Y for yes or type N for no. Personally, the way I feel about this, guys, is that if you can't get one of those top guys that's going to be a clear upgrade over Dan Moore Jr., address some of those other needs and fill those out as the draft moves on. Then you got round 3 here, 4th pick. Dian Henley, inside linebacker from Washington State, number 80th overall, really good player. And this one was Todd McShay here, who made this pick for the Steelers. And this is what he had to say about it. After Devin Bush didn't work out in Pittsburgh, the Steelers signed Cole Holcomb in March. But the linebacker depth isn't great, and Henley has the burst to make plays. Now, I really think that Diane Henley is going to be a steal in round 3 for the Steelers if he makes it that far. He's a little bit older, which is why and he's new to the position, which is why he might fall a little bit. But on tape, man, this guy is a fantastic prospect. One of the best pass protectors, or one of the best in pass coverage, I should say, in this year's NFL draft class. He's 6'2", 232 pounds, man. This guy runs like a deer. You know, he definitely has some progress that he still needs to make in terms of his run defense. But as a pass protector, or as a pass coverage player, I should say, he's somebody that he's a former receiver. He's worked with quarterbacks before in his life. He understands that lingo, that language. This guy can get a lot of interceptions in the NFL, in my opinion. This guy's going to be a really, really good player. If you can get him in round 3, it is a great fit. For me, he is number 3 on my list. Drew Sanders has recently overcome Jack Campbell as my number 1 guy on my big board. I think Drew Sanders is a fantastic physical prospect. Jack Campbell a little bit more ready to go day 1. But Diane Henley, you know, he's a little bit older. He's new to the position, but I think that he can make a real impact. You're taking a little bit of a risk that he might be a little raw right away, but I think down the line he can become one of the best inside linebackers in the game of football, guys. I really do appreciate you. Make sure that you, so I'm going to recap this here. You got Zay Flowers in round 1, wide receiver from Boston College. You got Brian Branch, defensive back out of Alabama in round 2. Again in round 2, you got Anton Harrison at number 49. Then you got Diane Henley, inside linebacker, at number 80. So do me a favor right now and grade this mock draft from ESPN. Give me an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F. Let me know what you guys think. Personally, guys, I'm not in love with this pick whatsoever, and my grade that I'm going to give, man, I'm going to give it a C+. I don't think it's a great move to go get Anton Harrison in the 2nd round. I don't think he's a fit. I think, you know, it's a good value at number 49. I think he's going to go a lot higher than that. But, you know, the fit's just not great. I really don't like taking Zay Flowers in round 1. I think that's an imbecilic move, something that's just not going to happen whatsoever, especially after that trade. And Mel Kiper doubling down on that after the fact is just what the heck, man. And how do you not take a cornerback? Seriously, you go for the first 4 picks of the draft. One of the biggest needs for the Steelers is cornerback. Mel Kiper says it in his write-up of round 1, and you don't take a cornerback for the rest of the mock. Like, what are we doing here? The Steelers need to address that with Patrick Peterson getting older, Ahkello Witherspoon and Levi Wallace being kind of meh. You know, you need somebody that can step in and be an impact for you. And right now, Mel Kiper Jr. and Todd McShay apparently think the Steelers don't need to take a corner, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I think they're going to, at least at the very latest, the Steelers are going to take a cornerback by the end of round 2. Like, that's the very, very latest with pick number 49. All right, so that's going to be it for today's show, guys. I appreciate everybody that watches these videos. If you want to watch more of these videos and you want notifications on when they come out, click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you always know when we put out new Steelers videos. All right. Can you Slack somebody? My computer died. Yeah. All right, so we got a $5 super chat here from Austin Tardif. He says, let's hear that sweet, sweet singing voice. You want me or Chuggs, man? Talking about me. What song do you want, Austin? Let me know. I will sing it for you. Oh, my goodness, man. So I can't see my computer. My computer ran out of battery, so I can't see where we're at for super chats. We're at 546. Okay. Are you getting somebody to get the charger? Or okay. Man, this is what I'll say about this, guys. We've done a great job with super chats. We're going to be getting to the rest of our fan-led mock draft here in just a second. You can use your super chats on that if you really, really want. But, man, this is what I'll say. The Browns report is tomorrow, and they're going to see our number, and they're going to say if we can get higher than what we get today, they're going to get a live show on the NFL draft or during the NFL draft, and we're not. So, I mean, we need to get that number up to a place where they have no shot. Okay, so if you want to see some more drinking, if we double their number, so $625, I'm going to be doing a water boot for you. I really don't want to do that, but I really, really want to beat the Browns this week. Get those super chats in. Did we get any other supers here during that segment, or was it just that one? All right, so here's our fan mock draft right now where Jeremy goes and gets my charger here. First round, Brian Branch, not Webb's Road, came in with a 50. Second round, I think it was Anthony Fuller came in with a 50 to take Jack Campbell, inside linebacker out of Iowa. And then Anthony Fuller again kind of got Keely Ringo over the top with a $10 super chat. So really do appreciate everybody that is partaking in this mock draft right now. We're going to get my charger here in just a second. Got it right here. And we're going to finish up this fan-led mock draft, okay? And if you've been saving your money for one of these picks, man, now is the time to bring that in. Help us beat the Browns report. Because although we beat last week's number, we need to lap them. We need to lap them, guys. Let's lap them so they have no shot at getting that live show. All right, it's kind of unfair that they get their live show after we have ours. But hey, we're going to embrace the adversity here, and we are going to get the job done. All right, so we got another super chat here. We're going to break that down here in just a second.
Coming in from Cody Dalton.
Cody Dalton with a $5 super chat here. He says, I feel the Steelers trade to 9 for Broderick Jones. Dude's a beast. He is a beast. He really, really is. I think that he's probably maybe the best fit overall. He's not the best overall tackle in this year's draft class. Paris Johnson Jr. is. But if you want a straight-up mauler, like you want somebody that can run over somebody in the run game, like this, I think the Steelers do want, Broderick Jones is that guy. Broderick Jones is an awesome, awesome power run blocker, and he's going to be a great run-blocking left tackle, man. We got Chase Sr. He promised another beer bong if we get to 400. Here he is with another one. Can we get a F. Petey and an F. Browns before you down it?
Yeah, F. Petey, F. the Browns.
That's right.
551. Good job.
And we're getting there.
Eat shit, Peterson! Woo!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Woo!
Still the second best city in Pennsylvania.
Oh, come on now. He had to get that in. He's done two beer bongs for you. Appreciate you, Chase Sr.
All right, let's finish out this fan-led mock draft.
Let's do it. All right, so here are the rules. We got, for every comment, it's going to equal a vote. So in just a second, we're going to put up a bunch of names here on the side. And if you see the guy that you want to take, make sure to comment that guy's name as many times as possible. Go $5 super chat for 50 additional votes, $10 for 125 votes, or a $50 super chat, and you get to make the pick, but it has to be on the board. And speaking of that board.
Because this is the later rounds, we're going to put 1 minute on the clock for each of these rounds.
All right, so we got 1 minute for each of these rounds here.
All right, here we go. Here are your round 3 options for your Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, send it. Okay, so we got Chandler Zavala, offensive guard from NC State. Juice Scruggs from Penn State, center. We got Corey Trice, big cornerback out of Purdue. I really like his game as well. We already took a corner, though. Then we got Dorian Williams.
He fell.
Yeah, man, he did fall in this PFF mock draft, guys.
Your guy.
Then we got Ivan Pace Jr., inside linebacker. I think it's going to come down to the interior offensive lineman here. So we already got a cornerback in Kelly Ringo. We already got an inside linebacker in Jack Campbell.
You can always double up, though. I like Dorian and Ivan.
I like both of them too, man. But I think with bringing in both Elandon Roberts and Cole Holcomb, just the one addition at inside linebacker, you could probably double dip at corner if you really want. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section here. Should they go get a center, a guard, or a cornerback? I think it's probably what's going to come down to.
Early votes coming in for Dorian Williams.
Oh, my goodness. Dorian
Ivan
Williams.
Pace.
You want to double up on inside linebackers, guys? All right.
Just remember, every comment is a vote.
Every
$5
comment is
super
a vote.
chat is 50 votes, $10 super chat, 125. If you want to make the pick straight up,
oh my goodness,
$50 super chat.
And guys, if you missed it, we've already taken Jack Campbell in the second round. So if you're choosing Dorian Williams right now or Ivan Pace, we're doubling up at inside linebacker.
That looks like it's going to be the pick.
And it's like, that's who you want the pick to be, then fine, man. I think Dorian Williams is a great player. I think that he's a great player. A little undersized. Jack Campbell's definitely going to be that bigger guy for you.
How much time left on the clock?
We got 10 seconds.
Maybe add another 10 seconds. It's going to be Dorian Williams unless somebody sends in a super chat.
All right, so we got 20 seconds left on the clock. A $50 super chat gets us closer to beating the Browns, and you get to make the pick here. So let us know, man. Ooh. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. So we're going to be taking Dorian Williams here, inside linebacker out of Tulane. with the third-round pick here for the Steelers fan-led mock draft. Double dipping at inside linebacker, the fourth straight defensive player taken. Oh, my goodness. Like, this is heavy, heavy defense. All right, so now.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. Now, if you're just kind of joining us here, we got 55 people watching. Right now, we are beating the Browns report here. $551 in one live show is pretty darn good, guys.
Suck it, Petey.
I'm not going to lie. But, man, here's the thing. The Browns report has their live show tomorrow, and they're going to show whatever number that we get. And they're going to tell their fans, we need to beat this number or we can't get a live show during the NFL draft.
If you haven't been here, if you're just catching up now, our fearless leader, Jack Sperry, said he would do a water boot if we doubled the Browns up, 624.
We're about a $75 super chat away from getting there. If someone sends in a 75 or a 50 and 25 or something.
Strickfit says RD is like the 85 Bears. Let's go.
I mean, geez, man, you're adding all this young talent. I mean, I don't know what you're going to do with Landon Roberts. I really don't. I mean, you signed a Landon Roberts to pretty much be a depth piece if you get Dorian Williams, man.
All right, hold on. Let me change one thing on this one really quick.
And by the way, I will reiterate here that Jeremy has said that every $10 super chat he's doing shots today. So
you just had to.
I'll reiterate that just in case someone wants to send in another $10 here. Get us closer to that 625 mark. If we get to 625, I'm doing a boot. All right, so that's the price right now. We're just under $75 away from doubling up the Browns report. F those guys, man. Oh. I see Rad Swag says, sign Jack Sperry to the Steelers practice squad. Hell no, man. Hell no. I'd be broken after one day of practice. I imagine Cam Hayward or TJ Watt tackling me, bro. I would be dead. I'd be dead.
Yeah, that would be it for you.
All right.
Oh, let me make sure
So we almost got this next round figured out for you here. All right, so in this PFF mock draft, we had 5 options here that I thought were pretty darn good. Here in round 4, here are our 4th round options. Okay, we haven't taken a tackle yet. Blake Freeland, I think he's more of a zone guy, but he did fall to round 4 here. So, I mean, if you really want an offensive tackle, I guess you can take him. I didn't even have him on my top 10. I don't think he's going to be a real good player personally. But then you got Jared Clark, monster, nose tackle from Coastal Carolina. That's probably who I would take here at this spot. Not going to lie. Jervin Dexter Sr., really, really high upside. He could be one of the best nose tackles in the game, period. He could even play 3 technique if he really wanted to. He's that athletic. Doesn't have a very good first step, but I think at the NFL level, he's going to get better at that. Got Luke is it Schoonmaker or Schoonmaker? Schoonmaker. Tight end from Michigan, good blocking tight end. Then you got Xavier Hutchinson, a bigger slot receiver. So you got a bunch of different flavors here. Give me your votes in the comments section.
Austin throwing in a 10, not to put in a vote, but to put in some shots.
Oh, let's
in
go.
My Little John voice. Okay. Shot.
Austin.
Everybody.
Shot. I think that Austin has only put in 10s today. It's he might have put in a 5 as well, but man.
Guys, I appreciate the love, but we can't draft Sperry.
I completely agree with that. Undrafted free agent, maybe. All right, then we got, so here we go, guys. Let me know. Oh, my gosh. There's a million Sperrys in the chat. We are not drafting Sperry, man. Especially not in the 4th round.
There's a good amount of picks for X, which I'm guessing is
Xavier.
Javon.
It's for Xavier.
Dexter.
I'm seeing a bunch for Xavier. I see a bunch of Sperrys, but that's just not happening. I see one for Clark.
All right, starting now. Restart the clock. Starting now.
Okay.
Let's actually try to get a vote. Let's get a vote.
All right, let's get a vote now. So we got Clark, we got Xavier.
Let Omar cook.
There's a lot of take Sperry's, man. This is completely ruining the fan mock draft, guys. You guys are ruining it by drafting me in the 4th round.
I can't say I hate it.
Can we make up a quick NFL draft graphic with my face on it? We got take Sperry, Anthony Fuller. Thanks, man. We got one for Blake.
Blake?
I see mostly Xavier Hutchinson in here.
Looks like it's going to be Xavier Hutchinson.
Xavier
Hutchinson.
Xavier.
Sorry.
They're starting to get momentum for Blake,
I
though.
am feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
What's the tally at right now? Rad Swag said no Sperry. I agree.
All right, it's going to be Xavier unless somebody sends in a super chat.
Okay, so we got 10 seconds left. 10 seconds to make the pick at $50.
It's going to be Xavier Hutchinson.
Oh my God, Trevor sends in a $5 super chat. A first-time super chatter says, let Omar cook. Draft Sperry. We're not drafting Sperry, man. Maybe in the 7th round we can draft me, but not in the not in the 4th round, okay?
That's a reach.
Oh my goodness. All right, we got another $10 super chat from the $10 king here, Austin Tardif. Just sending them today. Can we auction off Sperry's apartment also? No, you cannot.
Also, shots.
Also, shots.
All right. Unless somebody sends it in, we're going with Xavier.
We're going with Xavier here.
Unless somebody sends in a super chat for one of these guys, we're going Xavier Hutchinson.
The clock is up. We're going Xavier. We're taking a big slot, finally going offense here by taking Xavier Hutchinson to add to the wide receiver room yet again after the Allen Robinson trade. Dude, so we're going to be doing a cut of this fan-led mock draft. It's going to come out on Sunday. I feel like I'm going to get some of these really, really weird comments, bro. Like, oh, you're an idiot. Why are you taking 2 inside linebackers? Like, it was you guys. It was you guys.
Hey.
That's where we're at.
This is where we're at.
This is where we're at.
We are $50 away from Sperry doing a water boot.
And by the way, can we play the clips of these clowns again?
Oh, you want to hear him talking some mad shit?
If you missed it, Austin, I think you missed this. Here is Browns Report host Matthew Peterson and producer Patrick Seatman absolutely roasting your Pittsburgh Steelers on the Browns live show last week.
We'll round out the show with our draft here, and then we'll sign off and get you guys on your way. But 306, that's a good sight. That's a good Thursday right there to beat up Steelers talk.
Thank you again.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for contributing. If you work or are friends with the Steelers fan, I think we can all share that same, like, not pain, but, like, just annoyance.
It's kind
right?
of like, they're like the...
nuisance.
Like, Outer Banks. They're like the Pogues. And
the Pogues are the
like,
poor people.
The Kooks.
The
like,
Kooks,
they're like
yes.
They're the
Kooks.
walk with their chest out.
Yes,
like,
yes,
I don't
that's
like
a good
it.
one.
If that doesn't make your blood boil like it does mine, I watched that this week, and I just sat there, and I'm like, you know what? I cannot wait till next week's Steelers Talk Live, where we are going to bury these guys. I want to at least double up what the Browns Report had last week.
And
okay?
if
we do that, I'm going to do a boot.
If
okay?
that didn't piss you off enough,
yeah, here's the other clip.
No mercy, though. There will be no mercy. There will be no white flag. That's what it'll be. We will burn a white flag. Because when they want to surrender, when they are begging for one more breath of air, none. Zilch.
You know what pissed me off about that, Petey? He declared battle without even getting our consent.
No,
And he
did
just
not.
said, we're going to battle them.
It was literally a carbon copy of Pearl Harbor. They sent us a friendship bracelet, right? And then out of nowhere, Sunday morning, 7:32 a.m., bombs start falling down. So this will get bad.
When was the last time the Steelers were really relevant in the NFL?
I'm telling you this much. The Steelers next season, they're going to be bad. When you look
they're gonna
around
be
the
bad.
AFC, and Kenny Pickett is your gunslinger,
Think about that.
bye-bye.
These clowns do not deserve an NFL Draft Live show. I'm sorry, they don't. That show needs to go to Steelers Nation and Steelers Talk. This is what we're about here on Steelers Talk. When we get challenged to a challenge, we are going to bury you. That is what we do. Okay, last week we had an off week. I didn't really intend to do like a super chat battle last week with the Browns. That's how they took it, and they made $312. Good for them. We're going to beat them this week. guys, that we just need to, and we've already done it. But the Browns have a show next week, guys, or not next week, tomorrow. And they're gonna see our number, and they're gonna say if we beat that number, we get a live show. We can't let that happen, guys. So Austin coming in with another 5 that says the Browns should rename their stadium to the Massage Parlor. I've been saying this for weeks. Massage Envy Stadium. How is that not perfect?
I don't hate it. All right, the last pick for your Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, so we got round 7. So we got 2 picks in round 7. We're gonna pick 2 of these guys.
Oh, 2 of these guys.
Okay, and this time you can pick me. Okay, I'll say you can pick me. If you want to pick me, you can put my name in there. But otherwise, you got Dejuan Johnson, who I think is one of the most versatile defensive linemen in this year's draft class. Really, really good find in the 7th round, in my opinion. Can play pretty much up and down the line.
We got to have a super chat to put you in the video, though.
Yeah, okay. How much do we need to put me in the video?
I mean, to make the pick, right?
Yeah, so we need a $50 super chat if you want me to be the pick. All right, that's what we're going to do. If you want me to be one of the picks here in the 7th round, send in a $50 super chat, and we'll be getting real close to that water boot right there if we send in that 50.
No, we'll be at the water boot.
Will we be at the water boot? So a $50 super chat right now. You get to pick me in the 7th round of this fan-led mock draft, and I have to drink a water boot. And
I'm taking 5 shots.
And Jeremy's taking 5 shots. Oh, my goodness. Okay, guys. So that's the deal. $50, you get to pick me, and we get 5 shots and a water boot. So that's a lot for $50, man. That's what I'll say right now, but we double up the Browns, and we put ourselves in real good position to win that Steelers Talk live show next week during the NFL draft.
Right now, we got a ton of DJs for Dejuan Johnson.
Dejuan Johnson.
A couple BJs.
I see Wright. I see some Wrights in there.
Right?
I see SP. I don't know who SP is.
Sperry.
Oh, okay. Guys, I'm telling you right now, $50 super chat is what it's going to take to get to draft me. All right, we're going to put on a timer here. You've got 2 minutes. If you want to draft me and you want to double up the Browns and you want a water boot and you want 5 shots from Chuggs, it's going to take a $50 super chat. Let's cap this off right with a nice big number here.
If not, I'm just going to pick the next 2 vote getters, which right now it looks like it's
Dejuan Johnson and Rajon Wright.
Rajon Wright.
That's what it's looking like. So we got 2 minutes. If someone wants to send in one more 50 to close out the show here, you get a ton for your money, first of all, and then you get the pick. I'm not just going to say you can pick me. I'm going to say you can pick both players here. All right, so you're getting a ton of stuff here. I really want to beat the Browns this week, guys. We need to get that number up. We're coming to a close here on the live show in just a second. Got 61 true Yinzers, real ones watching in the chat right now. A $50 would end up doing it. We got about a minute left on the clock. A minute would give you a ton. But, I mean, who's going to be the legend here? Who's going to be the hero?
Or if people want to split it in the chat.
Yeah, you can split. You can split it as well. That's not an issue. But, man, I mean, that's a great number that we're at right now. But I really don't think the Browns will top that. But if we can double them up and lap them and show them who is boss, I mean, that would just be great.
Not Webb's World, who wants to go half?
Not Webb's World. Who wants to go half with Webb's World here? A $25 super chat. So Not Webb's World would send in a 25. Who else would be willing to send in 25? And guys, you're getting a ton for your money here. You get to pick twice. You get a water boot. You get to double up the Browns. You get 5 shots.
Oh!
Princeton!
Cummings!
Boom!
Oh!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Woo!
Austin!
Time! Boom! Oh my goodness.
Get this man a water boot.
Let's go.
He's doing a water boot.
Put a seltzer in it. Put a seltzer in it.
Oh! Boom! Let's go.
1,000, I'll do a keg stand.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Wait, Chase, say that again.
Just say that again, Chase.
Keg stand.
You gotta tell them.
What? Yeah.
1,000, I'll do a keg stand.
Oh my God.
Oh
No
my
way!
God!
Chase Sr. just said he would do a keg stand if we get up to
So-
$1,000.
So
Oh.
we're doing the water boot. I have a ton of shots.
You have 5 shots. I got a
It's
water
gonna be
boot.
Rajon Wright and Sperry.
All right, that's who it is, baby.
Put it down.
Not Webb's World.
Austin.
It looks like we already got there, but hey, man,
Austin.
we appreciate the 20 now, Webb's World.
Austin, I love you. We can't do me and Sperry as the last 2 picks, but I am taking shots for you.
Oh my goodness.
I have a lot of shots.
Wow, man, it's an honor to be a part of this Pittsburgh Steelers organization. What position should I play? Put the position I should play in the comment section.
What position should Sperry play? Let us know.
Let us know. Am I a corner? Am I a wide receiver?
I think you're an edge.
Hell no.
6'4", lanky, can get around. I think you're an edge.
I see punter. That might be good. That might be the best one right there. Defensive back, quarterback.
I think you're an outside linebacker, man.
I think I'm a center. Just head up, power run blocker, Jack Sperry. Weighs the same amount as Emmanuel Forbes. Nose tackle. Anthony Fuller, I'm going to have to go on a diet here, man. Get ready for the season. Got a $2 super chat coming from Austin Tardif. Says, I called you out last time for the water boot. Well, you get to see it today. It might take me a while, man. I'm going to do my best to chug as much as I can, but remember Will Scott, his first time drinking a boot? It was not good.
I have a surprise for the crowd.
Okay.
Surprise for the
So we got Marshall Green. Can we go full screen here, Jeremy?
Yeah. Boss this kid around. Get his full screen, Jeremy. Let's go.
Let's get it going here.
You old water boot?
Yeah.
How about Steelers yellow water boot? Let's have a
Oh,
day.
good Lord.
It's just water. I just dyed it yellow. For the nation, of course.
Oh, my goodness. How much dye you put in this?
Dry.
Oh, my goodness. All right, here we go, man. Oh, Jeremy.
You got some more super chats.
We got more super chats?
Austin said you're a center for sure.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm a center. You know what? If you send in another 20, you get to pick my position. I mean, that's what I'll say, man. Oh my goodness. But center's not a bad idea. I could definitely move some people off the line.
Sperry gonna learn under Pat Pete.
100%. I could totally do that. I'm long. I'm giggity, by the way. Shout out to Mitchell Renz.
Shout out to Cassie.
Shout out to Cassie.
Is it true?
I'm rangy. I got long arms. I could be a corner. I don't have the speed though. No fucking way. Anyway, man, holy shit. I'm literally stalling for this boot. Good thing I didn't have lunch today. That's what I'll say. I skipped out on lunch getting ready for the show.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know either, but we're gonna get this done. This is like the worst color you could have dyed it too.
Yellow. You just don't love the Steelers.
It's Steelers gold.
Yeah, it's Steelers gold for all the people out there.
Up in the bathroom. They're pissing excellent.
Oh my God, man.
Sperry.
That's a Yenzer boot.
Whatever that is.
All right.
Sperry.
All right, I'm going in.
Sperry.
Oh, Cassie, I love you.
Come on, let's get some Sperrys in the comments.
Oh my God.
Sperry. You got this, Sperry.
Chug.
Open up your throat.
Chug. Tilt it back and start swallowing.
You got this. You're a champ.
Precise.
You got this. You're a champ.
Oh, shit. That's it? No!
No way! A cup of water.
The water weight weighs more than his.
Oh my God. Not Webb's World.
Keep going, Sperry.
Not Webb's World.
Steelers Nation needs you.
What did he say?
Oh, fuck. Oh, dude. This is embarrassing.
Stop.
Look at my teeth. Look at my fucking teeth. What did you guys do? Oh my God.
Power tools. All right, Sperry, bring us home. Bring us home.
I can't stop laughing. I wish you guys could see all the people back here just laughing their ass off. Oh, fuck.
Anthony said someone give him a straw. I'm honest, I don't think he's done like a third.
Oh my God, man.
That's 12 ounces down.
Dude.
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Try 20. Oh.
Woo.
It looks good though. Oh, right.
Dude, I look like I never brushed my teeth ever.
Oh
my
God.
Just a drop. Oh.
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
Oh. God, dude, my stomach is just like not big enough. What the fuck? Dude, I'm fucking jacked to the tits right now. Oh.
Does this make what I do more impressive for you?
Yes. This is why I didn't want to do it, because I knew this was going to be the results. I'm glad you guys are having fun, man, but goddamn. I got a tiny stomach, dude.
Matt Hyde looks like he's a heavy smoker.
I do.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's like getting close.
That shit is hilarious. Oh my God.
God. Maybe halfway through.
Trevor, I've been doing them. Oh my God, but that.
Dude, this man did one in 8 seconds. I'm halfway through and it's like 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Dude, I'm like, I haven't eaten a thing all day too, and I'm fucking full.
You're like, oh, he's halfway there.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't even know if this is
living on a prayer.
Dude,
Woo.
I'm starting to hit a wall.
Austin said, take your man card.
That's fair, Austin. That's fair, man.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, I need to finish this. Guys, is that still the number? Yeah, that's still the number. We've done our job here today, guys. Oh, I've got it. We've done our job here today, guys. $709 is freaking amazing.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
I think that's the hardest I've laughed in weeks.
Even more than last week with the butt chugs thing?
Oh, that one.
That was funny.
That was pretty good.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, that was really funny too. That's probably the hardest I've laughed.
You
since then.
were laughing literally through the whole third segment.
All right, we gotta keep you drinking, man.
I know, man.
We're gonna be live for another 45 minutes if you don't finish.
There's the bubble.
Yep.
Every time. Austin Tardif. Read that, man. Oh my goodness. It definitely is.
Possibly one of Sperry's biggest regrets.
One guy said Gary's missing out. He is, man.
Gary would have loved this. Oh God. I have a couple more shots I gotta do. Oh my God, this is
Dude,
hilarious.
I'm so full.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Dude, oh. Dude. This is. Yeah, Cassie both. You're welcome, Sperry. Good Lord. Thanks, babe. This is because of you. Dude, there's so much left.
Dude, like, just think about it like you were, like, in baseball and you just ran a bunch. Like, you've chugged water before.
Not like this.
I can say, in fact, this is better than Petey. Petey's not able to do the boot.
God, dude. Fuck me in my tiny stomach, bro. You guys don't understand how skinny I am, man. I'm trying to put 3 beers worth of water in my stomach right now. Oh.
You got this.
Dude, I might be throwing up. I'm not even joking.
Dude, you got this. It's water.
I know, but Tex actually says it's harder to do the water boot. I don't know if that's true. I know this is... Dude, I'm gonna get this down.
You got to. Oh God. Not Webb's World, you're killing me.
Dude, this is like the most embarrassing moment of my life right
What
now.
did he say? If you stuck around for this shit show, you're a real one.
Dude, if you're a real one, get those real ones in the chat. For real.
Oh,
Can they
God.
still hear me? Not really.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay.
It's a little faint because obviously it's not next to your mouth, but
Holy
Strickfit's a real one. DJ KJ, not Webb's World.
Oh my God.
Trevor.
Oh. Dude, my teeth. Ugh.
You're almost there.
Not really.
Oh, Anthony, trust me, we're not. We're not going anywhere.
Oh. Dude, I need to get this down. Got it on my face.
That's what she said.
That is what she said.
Anthony Fuller, we're not going anywhere until that boot's done.
Austin Tardif with another quipper here. What the hell, man?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, guys, we're starting to rack up the super chat.
We're starting to
here.
get off the rails.
And here's the thing, guys. We're still quite a bit of ways from that, but
We want to make sure that they cannot catch up to us.
yeah, because the winner is going to get a full live show during the NFL draft. We need that show.
We need that show. So once Sperry finishes the boot, we're going to finish the live show. Until he finishes the boot, the offer still stands for me. Every $10, I'm taking another shot. Every $10 super chat, I'm taking another shot until Sperry finishes the boot.
And I'm going as fast as I can, man. Like, I seriously feel like I'm about to throw up. I got the trash can over here just in case. Don't think I'm going to need it, but...
That's amazing.
Dude. I don't
Daft
know.
Cannon. So,
Dude, how can you do multiple of these per day? I don't get it.
I don't know how you can't do one.
I don't know either, man. I told you. This is
Strict
why
fit.
I didn't want to do it.
Strickfit, I'm going to run out of money by the time that he's finished. Yes, Cassie, he's being over dramatic.
We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Kinda.
I actually just poured this. Nobody even sent anything. Well, I have a shot ready if somebody sends in a 10. Which, we got about 30 minutes, it looks like.
Okay.
Until...
I could finish in 30 minutes. That's the saddest statement I've ever spoken in my life.
Can you read Daft Cannon's comment for me?
It's harder if you go slow. That is true. What? Chuggs. Holy shit. Remember Will, his first time? And how funny that was?
This is just about as funny.
This is worse. I think he did it faster than...
So somebody send in a 10 so I can do this shot. I already poured one out. I feel bad. I can't pour it back in the
Oh, I just had a little come up,
in
man.
the bottle.
Oh, fuck.
Oh God.
Ah!
And if you have any friends that are Steelers fans, help us out, help the channel out. We're trying to get to 25K subs by next week. Do it for Akello. Do it for Akello Witherspoon.
Dude, Trevor is right here. He says Browns Report is going to have a field day with this chug. And they're right.
It's okay. Petey can't do the boot either. Almost there.
Dude.
You got this.
Ah.
You got this, Sperry.
I don't know. I can. Yeah, next time just a shot of water.
Anthony, I know.
I know it's just water, Anthony, man, but you guys were wondering why I didn't want to do this. This is why. I knew this was gonna be the result.
That's hilarious.
Dude, I'm gonna get my ass roasted tomorrow on Browns. But it's worth it because they're not topping us today.
Oh no. No chance. Huh?
Dude, it doesn't help that it's this awful color too.
Damn, I'm really gonna waste this shot. Yeah. But no, yeah. If you know anybody that's a Steelers fan that's not subscribed, if you have any Steelers friends, coworkers, family members, send them the link to this channel, send them a video. We always say, subscribe for a week. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. It's going to cost you nothing. It's free to subscribe. Watch our videos every single day. We come out with videos every single day.
Oh.
You're almost there. You just got the foot.
Yeah, I'm down to the foot.
All right.
Oh, dude.
So somebody send in a 10 so I don't waste this, please.
Dude,
Daft says, how much for another boot? If somebody sends in 100, I'll do a water boot. Thank you, Matt Webbs.
just to compare it. Just to compare it.
I'll do a water boot if somebody sends in, not even 100. If somebody sends in a 50, I'll do it. It's just a water boot.
Dude, I have...
And I'll show Sperry how to do the water boot if somebody sends in a 50.
Dude, I have I'm actually like super afraid of throwing up. Like I have a phobia of throwing up. Right now, I'm going nuts.
You're so close, bro.
I know.
Drink if you think Jordan Addison is better because he is fight me. Oh, God.
Chuggs, you know how you were feeling there at the end of that last Raiders show on Friday or whenever that was?
Yeah.
You guys drank a shit ton.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that I've done as much as you guys, but
Trevor, I don't think we could even price that because I don't think he could do it.
I don't think I could do another one. I really don't. What am I at for time right now? Like at least 10 minutes?
Oh yeah. It's not pleasant.
Guys, I'm gonna finish this for you. You guys paid for it.
Oh, you're so close.
Dude, it literally feels like it's like up to here.
Dude, you were gonna take from somebody who takes boots all the time. You were gonna take the most wicked piss. I'm telling you, you're gonna.
Dude, this might be more water than I've drank all week.
That's bad. You should drink that much water every day.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I'm stupid.
I was gonna say, if that's how much water you've drinking in the past week, that's bad.
Oh my God. Dude. It like keeps coming up.
Hey, just remember, it's just water.
I know, man.
It's just water. You got this, buddy. We believe in you.
don't know if I believe in me, man.
Hey.
It's great that you do, man.
Steeler Nation believes in you.
Dude, there's no way the Browns. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's literally going to be a golden shower.
Oh. Dude, I literally feel like I'm on like Man versus Food right now. And it's so sad because people do boots on Chat Sports all the fucking time. Anthony Fuller? Yeah, I do. I look so bad right now, dude. There's really not that much left.
It's the final countdown. Ba-da-na-na. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-na.
Christopher Roy, another $2. This was a fun live show. I agree, man. Just you wait until next week when we have that Steelers Talk live show. Oh.
It's the final countdown.
Dude, it's so close. Almost there. I know, Tom.
It's the final countdown. Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life.
Oh my God, dude.
Come on, guys. Give Sperry some encouragement here,
Austin
guys.
Sperry. Sperry's looking after Sperry's, man. Appreciate you. Got barely any left here. Oh. Oh man, Anthony Fuller. Oh mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law. Hangman is coming down on.
Just finish it all. Finish it all. Oh, did you just see? You're making it worse on yourself.
I know I am, dude.
You're on the last sip.
Oh, dude, I feel like.
Just finish it all right now. All of it. All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
Do not come down with any more liquid in that boot. Finish it all right now.
I need some Sperry's in the chat.
Let's go. Let's go. Get some Sperry's in the chat.
I need some Sperry's in the chat.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on.
You got this, Sperry. You got this. Sperry. 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 Oh! There he goes.
That was for you, Steeler Nation. That was pathetic. And my teeth. Thanks for sending me full screen here, Chuggs.
Anytime.
Look at that, man. Gross. Anyway, if you are a real one and you stuck around to the very end of today's show, you guys are a true fan of the show. Appreciate everybody that super chatted today. We did a great job. The Browns report has their work cut out for them, so it's in their hands now. But, man, we did our job today. We really, really did. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, if we get to 25,000 subscribers, we are going to be doing a raffle here on the show. We've got a really special item that we're going to be raffling off. If we get there, we got just over 800 more to go. Oh, God, man, I'm full. I appreciate every single one of you in the chat, man. I will see you guys tomorrow. My name is Jack Sperry. That's been Jeremy Chuggs. It's been a great legendary Steelers Talk live show. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.